Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Toby. Welcome to the podcast. If you're a new listener, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to give a big shout out to my day ones for the past 6 years, my subscribers, my listeners. I appreciate people who talk about this podcast, who share this podcast, who support this podcast, who write reviews for this podcast. Really, really appreciate all your support. I've been doing this for 6 years. I've been giving it away for free. So many people ask me why I don't film it, why I don't monetize on YouTube, why don't I charge people for it on Patreon? And their answer is because I don't want to. I love these conversations in my kitchen. I love the honesty. I love that people want to come back for 2 or 3 episodes, the reoccurring guests that I have all the time. I love it. No lights, no cameras. I myself do not like going on podcasts that are being filmed and have lights. I've done it a couple times. I'll probably never do it again. I don't feel like myself in those situations. So I want all my guests to be as comfortable as possible. I do have sponsors. The sponsors keep my shit going. They keep it alive. But I will never interrupt a conversation with an ad in the middle of it. People do that all the time, and I will never interrupt the flow of a conversation. So don't worry about that. But I do have amazing sponsors who I align myself with, who the products that I use on a daily basis. I've turned down so much money for sponsors that want to be part of this podcast with companies I've never tried or didn't align with. I'm very picky about who I have on my sponsors and have on this podcast. That being said, check out the sponsors. Joe, cue up the music. Since 1987, Rockabilia has been around doing officially licensed merch. No bootlegs from all the artists that I freaking love, from pop to hip hop to rock to hardcore to punk. Over 500,000 items on this website, independently owned, operated in the USA. Custom limited collabs drop every month exclusively on this website from visual artists and tattoo artists. We have so many bands that I love and artists that I love, from Gaga to Blink, Katy Perry, Bad Brains, Beastie Boys, De La, Tribe Called Quest, 50 Cent, Billy, Deftones, Dead Kennedys, DMX, Dr. Dre, Eric B. and Rakim, Goo Goo Dolls, Hall & Oates, Wu-Tang, U2, Snoop, TSO, and Paramore. Those is to name a few of all my favorite bands that are on this website. I've owned t-shirts from all those artists throughout my life. Now I know to go here only. All officially licensed merchandise. Check out Rockabilia Instagram. Also go to rockabilia.com and use my code OLLC10 and get 10% off. That's rockabilia.com. Use my code OLLC10 and get 10% off your purchases. Thank you to Rockabilia for being our new sponsor. Welcome to OLLC fam. As we get older, we start paying attention to what we put in our bodies. I personally have been listening to my body since I was 18 when I went vegan. I've always been focused on my health. It's super important, mental and physical health. But it's really important for people who are just starting to get more healthy and trying to step up their life. Doing your homework, reading the labels, researching and verifying everything that's quality. It's part of the game these days. That's why I started drinking AG1s. I'm so proud to have them as a sponsor of my podcast. AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that delivers daily nutrients and gut support and is backed by multiple research studies so you can trust what you're putting into your body. We're all so busy these days, so just store a pack of AG1 in the morning into a cup of water and shake it up and drink it. I love the way it tastes. I do it every single morning. It's part of my routine. I bring the packets on tour. It's an incredible life changer for me. Many supplements only reference research from ingredients in their product, but I trust AG1 in my daily routine because it's constantly putting the formula to the test. It's backed by multiple research studies. And one of those research studies, AG1 was shown to have double the amount of healthy bacteria in the gut, which is super important because these help digestion in the immune system and the immune health. And these bacteria are known to help with digestion as well, gas and bloating, which I freaking need. And it also promotes regular bowel movements, what I can attest to. In another research study, 97% participants felt more energy after 30 days, and 91% of the participants noticed that they needed less coffee after 60 days. I quit coffee like 5 months ago. I know I'm good on that. But AG1 is packed with a variety of nutrient-dense ingredients and is the perfect complement to my healthy diet. I drink it because I know it's going to work, and it gives me a peace of mind covering all my nutrition bases for the day. In fact, I trust it so much, that's why I'm spreading the word about it. That's why it sponsors my podcast. Thanks to Angie Huberman for turning me on to AG1s, connecting me with them, and now they're part of my podcast. It's so easy and satisfying to start your day with AG1s. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of the vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your purchase at drinkag1.com/OLLC. That's drinkag1.com/OLLC. It's never been a better time to focus on your health and wellness and get back on track, man. Take control of your daily health. Health is wealth.
Like the festivals we play, I feel like the super old guy, and I don't feel like the super old guy right now, so I'm stoked.
Good, you
Does
should,
touring
man.
make you feel old? You think?
No, it's just so when we were coming up, like we had our big.
We're recording now. But who cares? Let's go.
We had our big break, like 04 through 07.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like our second record came out and it did 100,000 copies in the first week, and it was wild.
That's real.
And at that time, though, and I'm not bringing that up to be like fucking check it out. At that time, though, we were on Warped, and all the bands that I grew up listening to that I like loved, they like were mad at us.
I'm gonna talk. Let's just kick it off like that, bro. Because you're not the first. I'm not gonna say names. You're not the first person. I had Hoppus on my podcast. He talks all about in his book. Fat Mike NoFX is known to like to bully all these bands.
He took us for a
and
ride,
I watched the podcast
dude.
with him recently. Like, and you don't think it has effect on you later on in life, but like to like people you look up to, then these young bands come on and then they fucking make fun of him on stage. But
it wasn't just Fat Mike. And in the end,
it was a lot of bands.
In the end, it was cool. But like everyone would kind of poke fun at us a little bit because the sound we were making at the time, and not to sound like it just didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
At its time.
At the time, it was like a weird rock mixed with hardcore. Like
I just played you some too. Yeah, it's like melody, everything.
And so, how do you even know that people like? How would it get back to you that people were? Like,
they would say it to your face. And like,
really?
Yeah,
on stage.
Like the old. Fat Mike said something every day for like 6 weeks.
On stage
during a NoFX show, and we all grew up like I thought the Decline was the coolest fucking thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So it was wild,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, and Fletcher would poke fun at us every once in a while, and I loved Pennywise growing up,
right?
Like, and so it was
just don't post that clip, thank you.
No, don't post it. And as I get older though, and you can reclip it here. As I get older though, as I get older though, I kind of get it.
Was it really like busting balls, like like in New York, like we do.
But I some gatekeeping shit.
Was it that, or just like
I don't know if it's gatekeeper shit or like. So now we're the old guys. We've been in a band for 23 years,
right?
And there's all these bands out there playing computer music now, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Okay,
do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And some of it's great. I'm not. Look, no shade, but I catch myself every once in a while. I'm like, I don't ever want to be that guy to this person, because those kids always come up and they're like, we're such fans and you put us on back in the day, whatever. Yeah. And that's the shit that fucks me up. So being in here with you guys, and you're both awesome, and I grew up listening to both your bands, is a good feeling. To be the young guy in the room. Let's fucking go, dude.
But I want to introduce you, but I also like this conversation how it's going already, because it's the gatekeeping type shit. Like when we first came around in the New York hardcore scene, we were too melodic for the older cats. We weren't hard enough, correct?
Correct.
And then Madball was too hard and too bouncy and too rappy. That was the old timers would say. So then when these guys came around, people weren't ready for their sound. But that doesn't mean it's not punk or not hardcore to them, because this is how they're expressing themselves. I hate the whole shit of like these people that think they have like a sound or they own the blueprint to punk and what's hardcore when they're all on the same tour together. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just because it wasn't their taste doesn't mean it's not what they felt.
Right.
They were listening to some other shit.
Sometimes a little envy. A lot of times just getting just.
I don't think sometimes it's a little envy. I think you're 80% envy. Right. Straight up.
Yeah.
Because I see these huge bands now, you know what I mean, that we took on tour 2 years ago that are now in arenas. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then it's disguised in your mind as like, oh, that's just a computer band. Then you check yourself. That's what I do. I'll be on the treadmill like, motherfucker, you just jealous. And I'm like, I try to check myself like that. Or sitting somewhere sweating going, nah, dude, that's because you didn't think of it first. Or, I try to keep my mind right like that, because I think as you get older and you've come up in this scene, I look at you guys and I'm like, they're fine. So I could be fine when I'm older. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like I look at you you're always positive. So I'm like, I could be like Toby.
Thank you.
I say it all the time. I'm like, he ain't mad at nobody.
It takes a lot of energy to be bitter and hateful.
It really does.
Takes extreme amount of energy. And it's pointless.
It is pointless. I'm happy. I'm happy for all the young bands. I'm happy for all my friends. I'm happy for bands that opened up for us who are huger than us now. I'm happy to see everybody thrive in the hardcore scene, everything, man. Turnstile, all these bands.
It's cool that you catch yourself, because
I like that, and you're honest about it.
Because there are times where I've been like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand how this.
But we're not supposed to. We're 55.
No. I mean, just like how
he's 53. Watch your fucking mouth.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just like, how is this? How is this appealing to people? Certain songs or whatever. It's just the way that it is.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, a band will come along that you totally get. Turnstile came along, and I go, oh, I like Gorilla Biscuits, and now with a twist,
right?
I'm in.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, like to me, Turnstile is like the best parts of GB and H2O.
Thank you.
And they put all that together with a modern twist, and it's the biggest thing in the world. Why? Because all that shit was already good. And I'm not saying they're not original, but they took that stuff and made it now, which is so cool.
Yeah. It's interesting. I've been told that before, and I'm flattered by that because I love that band. I love the kids. I love what they're doing. All the bands they're putting on and taking on tour, and like what they do, like playing free shows, and then they're doing so much cool
playing
shit.
under the fucking bridges and just doing that. New York thing was wild,
bro. And then and then playing Tied Down, like No Barricade, sold out. The next week they're on Jimmy Fallon. Like they're doing this, all the cool shit, all the right shit.
I think it's great. I mean, I love to see musicians doing well.
Yeah.
In general, you know, I just think it's great when I get to see, like, especially younger bands that are able to do, you know, on a huge level. It's incredible. It's like a dream, you know, to be able to.
It's crazy,
you know. Especially I always try to think, God, when I was that age, you know, like if I was, you know, had that opportunity, it would be incredible, you know, especially doing what you love to do and being who you are. I believe that those guys are who they are, you know, very
100%.
Original. You know, like themselves.
100%.
And that's what makes it so appealing.
They're the coolest ones right now.
And you can tell that it's real. It's not fake. They're not trying to do something.
You can tell it's real with your eyes closed. And I think that's what the most important thing is. I think that's what we lack a little bit. And I will throw salt at that. Like we're in a world where people are making tunes for clicks and they're making tunes.
Oh, yeah.
Like you listen to Turnstile and that's real all the way in. And that's just it for me. Even if I don't like the music, but I can feel that it's real, I'm like, I'm in, I'll put you on. Because that's a different thing. You know,
I also love that they don't give a fuck. They don't respond to anything about them, anything online. They keep it moving. There's always debates about what hardcore is and what it isn't. They ain't respond to nobody. They just keep doing their thing. They're fucking putting on speed. These hard bands are taking on the road, and it's so cool, man.
Yeah, dude.
Let's introduce who's on the pod real quick.
Okay,
we're already fucking flowing 7 minutes in.
Rapping, dude.
Welcome to the One Life One Chance podcast. I'm your host, Toby Morse. I got my brother from another mother today. I surprised him this morning. I said, please be my co-host because he's back from tour.
It was a surprise. I hadn't had coffee.
You in your pajamas when I called you? No.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, Derek Green, thanks for being here, man.
He was naked.
I miss you. How you been?
Naked.
You've been on tour, man. You've been grinding, man. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back. Now I have 8 months off, so I can be on every podcast.
When I walked in here, he said a special guest. I would have never guessed, dude. I was like, holy fuck. Sepultura.
I rode over my bicycle in the sweltering heat.
Thank you, brother. I love you.
Dude, we played Roots on a loop in the van back in the day.
Really?
Oh, shit.
Yes, dude. That song on a fucking loop.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry.
In like 2002.
That's a banger, bro.
That's amazing.
That song rips right now. Come on.
Okay, let me introduce my
doubt,
special guest. We met in the Warped Tour a long time ago. I was trying to do some online research because I know you guys never played together. We played on the Warped because we already Warped together. But welcome to the podcast, Mr. Aaron Gillespie, today from Underoath.
Hello, sir.
Thank you for being here, man.
Hello.
This is awesome, dude.
Honored to be here in your kitchen. I'm glad it's actually in your kitchen, like I told you before.
Yeah, we keep it real. There's no props in here. Everything works. That phone used to work. My son used to answer that phone as a kid. My wife taught him how to dial a phone and call his friends. Whatever. My wife thinks she's out of Lucy. But thank you for being here, man. I see you doing like the podcast circuit right now, and Ryan Downey, you on, you with Annie Williams.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite thing to do besides play music. Yeah, I love it, man.
Are you the main spokesperson for the band that does all this stuff?
We all dabble.
I think that's great.
I've been thrown into the deep. I'm in the deepest end right now, I think.
Yeah,
but we all dabble. It's just my favorite thing to do besides play music.
And wow, okay.
You like talking, having conversations.
I think it's better than an interview.
Same.
Even if you roll into a pod that's interview form ish, it's still way better than like, what's your favorite song? What's your favorite color?
Yeah,
like,
I don't do all that. Yeah,
that shit sucks.
Have you walked out of an interview have you ever walked out of it?
No, dude, I'm Southern, man. We're nice.
This guy's a nice gentleman, man.
I'm just wondering because like if people are like, and what color do you prefer?
My mom would be pissed if I walked out of an interview, probably. So.
You're my first guest with the rock cowboy boots today, I think.
What?
That's hard. You're cowboy boots. Man.
I didn't see you when you
I
walked
got no
out.
shoes on now, but I did.
No, but like,
nice.
it's cool because you're doing all the writing stuff. You're doing all kinds of things, bro. You're in the mix.
I'm in it, man. I live in Nashville and I write and produce there. I actually just moved to Music Row, which is like where all the studios are in Nashville, I was punk rock enough that I was off in East Nashville for years, which is like it's like the hipster, I guess, quotation fingers part of town.
Is it?
So my studio was over there for years. That's where all the vegan places are and like the cool bars. And, but I went corporate like a few months ago. So in the sense of I signed a different publishing deal and they're like, we want you in our space. I was like, where is it? And they're like, Music Row. And I was like, fuck. But then I went and toured it, and there was all this crazy history. It was built in the 70s, and
oh wow,
it's all cedar and beautiful.
Is your earphones being weird?
Yeah.
Me too. It's okay. I can hear them.
It's okay.
It's just being weird because we're sharing one today.
Oh, you guys are daisy chained.
I didn't know if it was
it's better.
on the recording.
I fixed it. No, it's not recording.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went corporate in the sense where I've moved, but it's dope.
Yeah. When did you move to Nashville and why? Just for music?
I've been spending half the year in Nashville for a long time.
Okay.
I went there to be a writer. And I started having success as a writer, and then I wanted more success as a writer. I wanted to get more cuts, and I quickly realized the best way to do that is just to be a homie. But the second best way to do that is to make demos that bang. Like the demos have to be like in Nashville with country music specifically, the demos have to be like, they have to sound like a fucking record. Damn. So I just got good at making demos. And then in the last 4 years, it's just become like, can we have that demo? I was like, well, yeah, come back and we'll. So it's just sort of.
Who are you writing for? Like what type of artists?
I've mostly country in Nashville.
Really?
So everyone from Thomas Rhett to, I'm working on a project for Hardy right now, who's a country guy.
You've always been into country?
Since I was a kid, yeah.
Incredible.
I grew up in Florida, and my mom was in it's called a Southern gospel band is the proper terminology. What that means is essentially like a Christian country band.
Whoa.
Right?
Mind blowing.
So I grew up with that my whole life.
Huh.
And then I found Nirvana in elementary school.
Oh, yeah.
And took a weird right-hand turn and then kind of came back around.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you go to church?
Oh, yeah.
It was my whole life.
Yeah, man.
And you had a band in church? At your church?
Well, in church, the way that I grew up in church was like, I grew up in charismatic churches. So like evangelical Christian church, right?
Okay.
Yep.
So there's a band at the beginning of every service and at the end. So I played in those bands, but it wasn't like a band where you would like
get down.
You wouldn't tour. Oh, the band's ripped, dude.
Yeah. I would think they were.
Your mom's band was called Daystar.
How did you know? You looked it up.
Come on, bro.
Fucking
and then your cousin was in Gospel Lads or something.
Gospelettes.
Yeah, my mom was in that one too.
I can't read my own handwriting.
My mom was in that one too. Yeah.
Well, you started playing drums in the church because it was a drum set. They were like 14 years old.
Oh, you were a church drummer.
You worked at the church.
Yeah. Even younger. I started even younger, but when I was 14, I had a job. And I would get in trouble all the time because at night I would go turn the PA on and like fucking play like I probably played Sepultura in that bitch. Do you know what I mean? And play drums to it. I would get in trouble.
Yeah.
The random time somebody would show up and it's just me sweaty as shit. Do you know what I mean? Just like ripping roots with no fucking shirt on.
Oh my
Do you know what I mean?
But what was your exposure to that? Because like that kind of music was kind of forsaken in your house, right? You weren't
forsaken.
It's like forbidden, kind of like.
When I was 12, maybe 13, I had some friends over, and at the time, like I had discovered Nirvana through my cousin's dad, my uncle, before he got divorced from
Uncle
my
Richard.
Aunt. Uncle Richard, creep.
I got my notes, son. I'm not a creepy. I just know the guy's name.
Is Uncle Richard a creep?
He swore he drank,
he
he partied, all that stuff.
He ripped, and he would pick my cousins up every weekend in the summer, and I'd be like, well, I'm going, because we hung together and went to the beach together every day and did the whole thing. So I would go with him, and he would play like Pearl Jam and Nirvana and Metallica, and I was like, "What is?"
So this is the 90s.
It was the 90s, so it was like probably 93, 92, 93. So really cool time for music, and I had never heard any of that music, and it blew me away, dude. It blew me away.
Yeah.
I wish I could like Men in Black myself. Do you know what I mean? So we would listen to this. I would listen to this stuff with him, and then when Cobain died.
Can you grab her?
I don't know if you remember, like on VH1, MTV, there was like ticker tape across. It was like a big deal.
It was a big deal.
It was a massive deal.
It was a massive deal, and
Yeah.
he like had almost a vigil for Kurt Cobain. So he made us sit there, and this is when I fell in love with rock music. He made us sit there, and we would watch this news, like the CNN style news, and they would play so many videos. And what really put me on, and I'm a drummer, right, at the time, was there was a vignette of Dave playing for Scream.
Oh, I saw it. We saw him back in the day with Scream.
Dude, you guys saw that shit in person.
Yeah. Bleached long hair.
And I was like, whatever that is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And so I started dabbling in that, but I got in trouble real bad. I was 13. I was in my room, and someone had given me a Snoop Dogg CD. And I'll be straight with you. Like, I didn't even really like it, but I just thought it was cool to have it. It was like having a joint in your pocket you didn't smoke, but you just held that bitch. You know what I mean? You just took that motherfucker with you. So my dad found it, and I'll never forget this. And this fucked me up later in life, and something I've had to deal with. He took the CD case and he cut me with it. Like, he pushed it into my chest. because we didn't do secular music. That was the word, right?
Secular.
We didn't
yeah.
do fucking secular music.
Huh.
So it's been a wild.
So he kind of like scolded you with the single.
Yeah, he pushed it. You know, a single CD.
Yeah.
Like he pushed it into my cut me with it. Which now, can you imagine doing that to your child? It's crazy.
No, dude, yeah.
It's crazy as fuck.
You got scarred by Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg straight up iced me.
And you
Dude.
never really listened to the song. You just had the single.
I just had it to show my friends. I don't even. I gun to the head. I don't even know what it was, but it was like that. It was that joint in your pocket you just carried around.
Right.
Hey, check it out. What I got. You know. I don't want to smoke it, but I'll show you. You know. What I'm saying?
Man, you had no idea what you were carrying around. It's amazing.
And I lived in this world where I was really in love with the church and playing music there and everything. And a couple times a year, my mom would take us to. I grew up in the South. There's a lot of black churches, and my mom would take us to a black church to see the music, and it blew my asshole apart. You go into a black church right now and watching musicians. It's like the best thing you've ever seen.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Dude, I'm talking about these kids that are 7 years old.
I know, man.
Do you know what I mean? Like
I grew up going to church every Sunday. My parents were completely met in church. They were like Bible school teacher, my mom
in New York?
and dad. No, in Cleveland, Ohio. And so, my mom was a musician in church, ripping. But the band, that was the only appealing thing that drew me to church. I was like, oh my God, I have to get away from here. But it was the one thing that I would wake up on, like when I was like, here comes the band. And the drummers are known, church drummers
they call
are
it
known
gospel
to be the
chops
best.
now. That's like the style.
Damn.
But that word didn't exist when I was a kid. So you just go see these like 8-year-old little boys.
And they're just
killing it.
Just
ripping, just
murdering, dude.
But all the musicians were incredible. The whole band, like bass player, like just whoever was like
super
performing were just tight. And it was like flowing, like it was just spiritual in a way. Like they would just get the music, it was over the top.
I think my whole musical journey is a weird dichotomy of those two things. So seeing that music and feeling that emotion, mixed with just teen angst of Nirvana and Scream and then I found hardcore music after that. There was a great
makes sense to
me. There was a great if you listen to our band you'll hear that. Like there was a great scene where we're from, and there was all these bands.
It was like local bands, kind of your first hardcore exposure?
Like the first hardcore exposure was a band called Chalice that sounded like Carcass. Like they sounded just like Carcass. They sounded just like Carcass. And there was another band that really sent me on my way. They were called Sleeping by the Riverside, and they sounded like a weird mixture between Shylud and like Judge.
It's pretty hard.
And I loved that melodic stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I found Shylud, and then of course Strong Arm was in Florida. Like I saw Shylud with Chad singing.
That's amazing.
You know what I mean? Like, and that shit was just
Chad from Glory. That's his original band.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should go listen to that thing.
You know what's so crazy?
That's good right now.
Yeah, I didn't realize till like my later life after going to the seeing the Dune movies where Shylud came from.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just found that later on. I didn't pay attention to those type of
I know
movies.
you're not a big sci-fi guy.
Yeah, two of my friends in the movie, and I go see it with him, and I'm like, okay, now I get
think
it.
Matt Fox is still doing Shylud.
Oh, yeah, I think so too.
I don't know if that's true. Don't quote me on that, but I just said it out loud. Is it true?
I don't know.
I'll figure it out.
So did you go to Christian schools?
Yeah,
and private schools?
I went to private schools, Christian schools.
Oh, yeah.
But it was wild because we grew up poor as fuck, like food stamp poor. So my parents still thought that like public school was bad. So I would go to, I will never forget it. I would go to private school and they would hit me up like for a check. They would talk to me like, where's the money? I'd be like,
damn. It's like, why are you asking the kid?
He asking the kid that.
And I'd be like, I don't have any money. And that was like a thing because it was, back then in the 90s, it was like $250 a month. Which now, I mean, I have a friend, the guy that edits all my records sends his kid to private school, and he's like, it's $10,000 a year. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Yeah,
dude.
My kids go their asses to public school, dude. Both of them. And we can afford private school. I don't want to fuck them up, dude.
And you went to public school too, right? At one point?
I went to public school for a couple of years, yeah.
How was that like transition?
Dude, my life is such a weird circle. Like, I was raised with a piece of religion called the rapture.
Okay.
Where the rapture means in the end of times, God's going to come back and take all the Christians.
Yeah.
Like they just disappear. And there was all these movies about it in the late 80s.
Yeah, of course.
And so my year in public school, my 5th grade year, I missed like 100 days of school or like 60 days because I was afraid the rapture was going to happen while I was at school. And I was going to go home to no one.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Fucking crazy. Not something that I believe in as an adult. But
yeah, we had the fear in you that was going to happen.
But as a kid,
wow.
As a kid, there was this deep fear. So my years in public school, I don't really remember because I was so scared, which sounds really strange. But it was like there was this Christian drive-in that a friend's mom took me to see a movie. I'll never forget it. It was like before Left Behind, like the original of those movies. It was called one was called Mark of the Beast, and the other one was called, you can look them up. They're fucking sick. So I saw this movie and this person professed Christ in the movie and they cut their head off with a guillotine and they showed this head rolling into a laundry basket. And so I wouldn't go to school because I was like, I can't get left and have to fend for myself, because if you get left during the rapture, say if everyone you love is a Christian and they go and you get left, it's like fucking Mad Max. You're stuck. So if you profess Christ, it's the only way to not die and go to hell if you're stuck behind.
Damn.
Right.
So I was afraid that I'd get left behind because I wasn't actually saved in the proper way or whatever it was in my 11-year-old mind.
Damn, that's a lot to carry on you, 11-year-old man.
That's why I don't raise my kids with that. My kids don't know about that stuff now. I have a son who's 13 and he's happy as a clam because he doesn't. And I believe a big piece of it is because, he knows what our beliefs are growing up, and I still have some spiritual beliefs, but that stuff I just don't really subscribe to, like hell or heaven, or I don't believe in that stuff really.
See, my son went raised in a religion in the house as well, but he knows all about all kinds of religions,
Yeah, that's good.
He's well rounded in that.
When you grow up in an evangelical home, the whole goal is to you believe your purpose in life is to make other people believers.
Yeah.
To bring them on your journey so they don't, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, that's a whole podcast. But my public school years were really wrought with fear because I didn't know if I was going to come home to no one. So I would stay home and I would get in hella trouble. Like my mom had a soft spot for it. She's like, I understand you're anxious and nervous or whatever.
Did she know why you were scared? You told about the rapture?
Oh yeah, of course.
Wow.
Of course. And my dad would come home pissed. He'd be like, what the fuck? Like, he didn't say that, but he'd be pissed because I didn't go to school. And I'm like, I'm scared you're going to be gone.
Were they pretty strict about religion and stuff, obviously, church and all that stuff?
But I don't know if they meant to be. I think it's just how they were raised too.
Exactly.
My dad was a little different because my dad was in the army in World War. We're supposed to be in the army in Vietnam and broke his neck on leave before he went.
Oh my God.
So every Friday night, I don't know if it was if he would drink on Friday nights and no one knew, and he had all these records. And he would play secular, quotation fingers, records. Do you know what I mean? And that was always fun. If my mom went out to a church function or something, I could stay home. My dad drank, and he was good drunk, and he'd just sit and be like, check this out, dude. Do you know what I mean? It was sick. It was super sick.
Oh,
we could do 2 hours on my upbringing because it's so backwards and hard to understand.
Right.
Especially if you didn't grow up in that sect of religion, it's so hard to
You were an only child.
I had a brother. My mom had a child when I was 11. So I was basically an only child. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
So my brother's 11 years younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
What was the type of records your dad had that were
he
non-secular?
had Eagles, Chicago,
Yeah.
the Beach Boy, Pet Sounds.
Yeah, great.
Zeppelin.
Good stuff.
All the good stuff. He would put headphones on me because I think he was trying to keep the volume down.
Right.
And I remember him putting the headphones on me. It was Pet Sounds. I was like, it's in me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was my first real taste of whoa, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Where you feel it's
oh yeah,
it's wormed its way into your brain a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But that style of religion is, if you didn't grow up in it, it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
Because it feels like, now I consume all these podcasts about cults and stuff, and it freaks me out sometimes. It's like, should I call one of these? Should I call in and be like, hey, me too, or something? You know what I mean? Should I call one of these motherfuckers and be like, hey, I got a story? But
it's very cultish in a way.
All my friends grew up the same way.
Right.
Everyone in my band, save a couple guys, grew up the same way.
Mm.
Yeah.
And we all have so much weird baggage from it. Weird baggage. I have weird baggage. Things that I still check. Before I say something, I'll check myself. I'm like, why am I checking myself? I'm a super honest person.
Yeah.
Why am I checking myself? Oh, because it's not couth to how you were raised or whatever. And I think that I've spent the better part of the last 15, 20 years trying to deconstruct all of that, and through lots of therapy. And I still even talking about it today, I didn't expect to talk about it today. And it feels crazy in front of you guys too, because I was such fans of you guys. So telling you guys this, I feel like it's are you like a pussy? You know what I mean? That's like a
No,
weird.
man, it's what you were raised in.
It's
like,
a weird thing though.
No, it's
Yeah.
super interesting.
It
I
really
don't
is
think it's that
interesting,
weird. I
man.
mean, there's a lot of, Christianity and religion is just such a powerful thing in the
Yeah.
U.S. And I think it's something that has an effect on a lot of kids. I mean, especially, more often than I imagine. You know, I always
Sure.
thought it was just me. You know, my parents moved to an area where people weren't that religious like they were. So my parents never drank, never smoked at home.
Yeah,
there was
same.
no swearing.
Well, my dad, yeah.
And they weren't hypocritical. You know, like they really lived
by it, yeah.
Mine too.
You know, just like really to the point. I was like, okay, but it wasn't so forceful where I had no freedom to do anything. I just had to go to church until a certain age, and then they were like, okay, you can make your own decision. But all my other friends and their parents would just come home wasted or just like
Sure.
swearing or just like crazy problems, and it was just hard to relate to, you know, a lot of times. So I'm the freak, you know, out of this. My parents, I was afraid to bring people to my house or
Same.
and you know, just like weird things like that, because nobody I knew around me had that I could identify with, you know, except for the hardcore scene.
Hearing you talk
Yeah.
about that is wild.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's more common than I imagined. When I was younger, I was like, there's nobody, you know, around
I
me.
think that's why I never hear you swear either.
Right.
It's interesting.
And even like, you know, it was even
God, I
crazier.
do. I
It
went
was
the
just
other
like,
direction.
it was like crazy because I would go to church and I'd feel even more like an outsider because it was an all black church, but they would always make fun of the way that I spoke, or they're like, oh, you're sounding white, or the music I listened
Oh,
to.
like you didn't talk black enough?
Yeah, they're like, you're
That's
not talking
wild.
black enough. The music
you were
you
a
listen to,
skateboarder.
you're trying to be white, you're trying to be this. And
Oh,
I just
wow.
didn't, I was like, I really don't like religion that much, because if this is what it's about, like,
Judgmental.
so judgmental, pushing you to be something that you're really not comfortable with. I was like, I don't get it.
Wow.
And I had a
Wow.
million questions, you know, in Sunday school that it was just like
Wow.
annoying to the teacher. Like, okay, enough of your questions. I'm like,
And this is like in the 80s.
yeah. And I was just like, oh,
Damn.
teacher's like, can you explain this Judas story? Because he was like the right-hand man of Jesus. And then how is it that, so Judas isn't really that bad because he had no choice. In order for the story to take place, he had to turn on Christ. But it was,
That is wild. I never thought about it that way.
and, you know, and I was like, but and Jesus, you know, told him like ahead of time, like, you're going to
do this.
yeah. And he was like, I would never do that. He had no
You're
choice.
going to
in
sell
the
my ass
matter.
for $30 or whatever it was.
Right.
Dude, I you know when it really clicked for me, when life began to make more sense, is when I really realized that there is a stark difference between religion and spirituality. There was a stark difference, and I'm just not religious. And I realized it as I got older, and I met so many people. I started touring 16 years old, and I meet all these people. And growing up, we didn't really have many friends that weren't other evangelical Christians. So you get on the road and you meet people, and you've been taught your whole life that they're going to hell. And then you meet them and you're like, no,
Right.
there's no way.
Yeah.
This dude from this great band who's, you know, making food for everybody tonight and we're sleeping on his floor. He's going to hell for what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
What the fuck
doesn't
did he
make
do?
sense. Right.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So when you can separate the spirituality from the religion, I think that's when things really opened up for me. And I obviously am still processing a lot of that stuff as a almost 43-year-old man. But
yeah.
you know, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater, and vice versa. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. I was raised Catholic and forced to go to church and catechism and communion, and we were altar boys in Boston. And then the minute my dad died when I was 3 years old, my brothers started questioning religion. I remember coming home one day, my brother Todd had written on a tree, "Fuck God,"
Wow.
on a tree in front of our house. And my mom's heart was so broken.
Your
but-
older brother?
Yeah, but at the same time, he's like, why, if there's a God, why did he take our father? It was so fucking heavy. I didn't get it
That's
until I
like
was older in
goosebumps.
life.
Right.
So that's when my brothers started bringing punk rock and skateboarding into my life and taking me to shows at whatever, 11 years old. But because my mom was trying to hold the house down with 3 boys. But
Yeah.
we were super religious, Catholic, all that stuff, dude. And that was a changing point for me. My dad died for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, I just got emotional saying that. Why I got a little goosebumpy. Yeah.
Dude, I got goosebumpy when you said
My brother did that on the tree. I was
Yeah.
like, I think he carved in the tree or something.
Oh, that's a big statement.
Yeah, it was my
Right.
older. I didn't get it either because I was going to church all the time. That was my
Right.
mom wanted us in church so bad, you know.
this is in
Yeah.
this is in Boston.
Yeah, and I'm so lucky because all the crazy things happen in the Boston church.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
movie about it called Spotlight,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I thought about us 3 boys being in there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
That
very
is
lucky.
That is wild, dude.
Yeah. So it's like, so was there a moment where you were just, was it punk and hardcore that kind of started opening your mind and seeing these other individuals you could relate to that weren't part of your
in a roundabout way,
Yeah.
because we get out on tour and there's people that are so generous and so giving, and I was like, and then I still stayed in that mindset until probably, I guess I hate the term deconstruction, but that's what I probably until my late 20s is when I started really being like, none of this makes sense to me anymore, and I don't know why. And I believe certain things and not other certain things. And is it okay to believe certain things and not other things? And I really
question things.
I totally realized it was, because if you believe that God made people, you have to believe that he understands the human psyche. If you believe in God, whatever he, she, they might be, you have to believe that they made people. If you believe that, if you believe in creationism, you have to believe in the human psyche, that the human psyche is a weird bunch of left turns where you're going to ask questions and you're going to do all this stuff, right? So like, that's what really gave me peace. And the whole thing was like, I believe God made me somehow. I don't really know how. I don't know that I don't believe in evolution. Right. I mean, I don't believe in evolution in the sense of like Big Bang, but I also don't believe in creationism where God made the world in 5 days. So is it okay to be that way? Is it okay to just go, I don't know that all of this stuff that I grew up with is infallible. I think some of it's fallible. And really saying that was really difficult for me. Taking that whole thing apart and going, well, I believe this, and this, but not this, and this, and is that okay? And finally giving myself permission. And it took a long time to like really go, yes, I can believe in God and I can believe in the aspects of that I believe in, but the parts that I don't, like I would never, ever, I have a 5-year-old daughter. Her name's Towns. And I would,
it's a cool name.
It is cool. It's cool as fuck. My favorite songwriter, Towns Van Zandt. But I would never, I would never look at her and go, there's a hell. And if you don't accept God, you're going to go to hell. Because that's what I was taught. Dude, there's you could hold a knife to my throat and I wouldn't say that to her.
Right.
I would say some people believe that and God loves you and your journey's your journey. But I don't think there's a possibility of a hell if there's a God, which I believe there is. But I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, that whole concept was kind of crazy. I was like, I was just trying to get my head around it as a kid, like burning forever, like
when you're 5 years old, you're told that. I sat in front of a television set and Billy Graham was on TV. Oh yeah. And that's when I got saved for the first time. And I didn't want to burn in hell.
Right.
But I don't know that at the time, like that I wanted a relationship with God. I don't know if I just didn't want to go to hell.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So you can't use that as the carrot. So that's why I don't
fear. Yeah.
I think fear is fear is bad. I mean, there's a verse in the Bible that says God hasn't given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind, which is such a beautiful sentence. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I believe in. Whatever else that other shit is kind of, it's hard. It's hard. You know what I mean? But when it's programmed into you from such a young age,
right.
Like my mom right now, you can call her. She believes that if you're not saved, you will go to hell.
Right.
And I can't wrap my head around that. I also don't believe in heaven, but that's another conversation. So,
Have you heard this the movie Christspiracy? They did Cowspiracy and Seaspiracy, and it just came out recently, and it's the connections about God and how he was a vegetarian, and how the den of thieves, the reason why he might have been sacrificed a couple of days later is because he saved a bunch of animals who were being slaughtered. And there's all these things tracing back in the Bible of how he saved a lot of animals and how it's really interesting, right, Derek?
Yeah, it's super interesting.
And this guy took 6 years to make this documentary. He traveled to every single religion in every corner of the world, and he interviewed every single person from every church, every diversity. It's a really interesting documentary. I sent it to Hilly to check out. It was really interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, just tracing back, because thou shalt not kill and all this stuff in the Bible. And
it talks a lot about just how money was really involved, like it is today, with a lot of churches and things. It was the end result of a lot of things that are being done was the fact of making money, and slaughtering and things like that of animals was where money was made. That marketplace. It's a huge place. So they talked a lot about when he went into the temple and was angry, flipping tables.
Yeah.
But it was like a market area where they were doing the slaughtering of animals and stuff, and questioning that and freeing those animals and being pissed off that they were doing this like slaughtering. And it was a big thing at the time. And they had like all these like buildings designed for the blood to flow because there was so much blood and stuff being done.
That was their currency, I guess, probably.
Yeah. Yes, it was, yeah.
You know, I just listened to, you should listen to this. I think I'll tell you when we're done, Turning Point or Turning Back, I can't remember, but it was it's all these. There was a order of nuns called the Mothers of Charity, and that's Mother Teresa. It was her. It still exists.
Okay.
They call them MCs, but all these people that grew up in that, and their conversations are just so wild. Like, it's wild.
It's so interesting, man.
It's wild, and it's the same sort of oppressive feelings. You know, most of these interviews were women who had gotten out. Right?
Okay.
It's a process to get out. You have to like request to get out. But I was just thinking about that because it's similar to this conversation.
Yeah.
If you hear them, they have things that they're like, I mean, they had to do crazy stuff. They beat themselves every day, and like they would go in the bathroom and like, have you seen those movies where like, you know, the Anglican monks and stuff like have that thing around their leg where they tighten. Yeah. The women would, like Mother Teresa and those nuns, they beat the shit out of themselves every day. It's called penance.
Damn.
And there was these women coming forward and talking about it, and it's pretty interesting. I think it's called Turning Point or No Turning Back. I can't remember.
I just had these Jehovah's Witnesses come to the door the other day because they came and saw my wife on Saturday. Then she's like, "Come back and talk to my husband about positive mental attitude." So I answered the door.
She sold your ass.
She did. They're like, "Are you Mr. Morse?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, we're interested in this punk rock thing, and we're interested in you're part of this punk rock culture that your wife said is positive. And like, I'm like, "Yeah, we may look like this, but it's not like that. It's an inclusive place for people, and it's a really beautiful community, and there's all different races and." You know, we want to marry and like this beautiful thing. Like, oh my God, we never thought of it like that. We see it as, so they're just talking about how punk rock looks like to them on the outside. So I was trying to break it down to them, like, I never drank, I never smoked, I haven't ate animals since 1988. I've been married for 30 years. My band's about positivity. This is my 88, yeah. It's my man Greg Flack, amazing photographer,
what's up, dude?
Father, amazing human being. And he built my whole house basically. So
hey, buddy, Aaron, nice to meet you.
Just talking to the Jehovah's Witness about it. And Prince was a Jehovah's Witness, and Prince was a vegetarian.
Yeah. Prince was a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, man. He's such a GLer Prince. You like Prince?
Oh, fuck yeah.
He's the best.
I had a layover in Minneapolis today. I always think about Prince when I land in Minneapolis.
I want to go to Paisley Park. I've never been to Paisley Park. I want to go there someday. Anyway, I had a nice talk with Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah. I said, check out my band. Check it out. I had a nice conversation. No, it was cool. And
put them on the H2O train, dude.
No, they were just super cool. And they were like so blown away by me just talking to them and being I look like a tattooed freak talking about my lifestyle. And I was just saying, to me, you know, if there is one God that looks over the whole world, I don't think it doesn't matter who people marry, what they look like, any of that stuff. That we're all one world, all created equally, correct? It's all about compassion, love, looking out for the planet and animals. That's what I think. If there was a God, he'd love all of us and we'd be fighting and killing over these beautiful things. But I don't know. That's just my opinion, I guess. Do you know what I'm saying? Because everybody has their own kind of God, but how many gods are there? Because every religion has one person that they look up.
A deity. Yeah. It's interesting, man. I think that you have to, I'm way out there on it. Like, I look at it like every person has a different psyche and a different soul. And I think if you believe something and it's real to you, if you're not hurting anybody.
Absolutely.
I think, and this is crazy, I think that God put that in you. Mm-hmm. God put that compassion, that love in you, and that willingness to put yourself out there for whatever reason.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So if you think that that's Buddha for you, and you're doing great stuff, and you're not an asshole, and you're not hurting anybody or killing something for no reason or bullshit, then I think God put that in you. And God can be whatever, you know. I don't know if God is a man or a woman or a they, them, or a what. I don't know the answer to that question. And I think if you have a hard answer to that question, you don't know shit, because nobody knows anything.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you just don't know. But I know there's something. And I feel it every day.
And I believe in afterlife too, because I felt my dad throughout my whole entire life.
I believe
in some different parts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Looking out for me and my family,
he's always going to be a part.
But
I
want that for me too. I want, because I'm 55 now, and you're 53, and we're looking at the.
Don't get it wrong.
As you get older, you start seeing your end, which
he's huge.
I'm not trying to get morbid and dark, but I'm not here forever. As much as I want to be here forever, I'd be like Peter Pan, whatever. There's an ending, right? And so after that, I don't want to just shut off. I want to be here, watching over, and be. Right. Come back as something. I believe I want that to happen.
I got to be honest with you. I said I don't believe in hell, but I also don't believe that if you're good enough, you get to go to a nice place. Right. That's crazy. Like I look at my life. I got on an airplane this morning. I saw Oasis last night.
Oh yeah, I saw Oasis last night.
I got on an airplane this morning.
Super emo.
And I flew to Toby Morse's house.
Thank you.
That's kind of heaven, dude. If you think about it, for a kid that grew up loving music, and here I am, and y'all want to talk to me, like. That's as heaven as it's going to get, I think.
I mean, there's incredible things on this planet that are heavenly.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree with that
You
too.
know?
You're in the water in Hawaii on a surfboard. Come on, dude.
But there's also like hellacious things that take place on
of
this
course.
planet. You know, I think it's a mixture of all those things. I mean, in general, I think just humanity has such it's so complex and so diverse. But I think in a very, that freedom that we have as humans to make certain choices and ideas, I think there's just, it can go in any direction on this planet. It's like you can never be 100% certain, but I think it's just so open that there was somebody or people that understood, like, people are wild.
Yeah.
Crazy, set on their own devices, just like, especially in a group of people. And back then, I think people were just as crazy as they are now, if not more, looking for answers, searching for answers.
Certainly less civilized, yeah.
Definitely. And I mean, I think in order to keep some type of cohesion, there had, these powerful words that are written in many religions were all very similar. If you look at each religion, there's so many similarities that are happening, that I think there was just a need for something to be written in each part of the world or something to keep people from being completely out of control.
Because most religion is based around whether or not it's cultural, but most religion is based around some form of morality.
Right. And because I don't know if it was the best way of setting it out as religion, because I understand what you're saying, like the separation of spirituality and religion.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I think there's for 100% a big difference. But I think there are certain people that are like, okay, let's set down some rules and guidelines that people can kind of follow and be on like a good path where people can have this community together, or, a civilized, world. But I think there's also people that are involved. They're like, this is a great way to manipulate people.
Take advantage of people.
And I think
Make
that's
money.
And to really move people to do that power, it's very powerful. Words can be very powerful.
I mean, especially I think a lot of that, we call them seeker-friendly churches, where you go and it's very emotional. Like, you can play on people's emotions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, we do it at shows.
Totally.
And you don't get up in the bus or the van every morning and go, I'm going to play on people's emotions tonight.
No.
But that's what you're doing.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're going out there and everyone's crawling all over you and singing all the words. That's an emotional moment. I'm not calling your bands emo bands. That's not what I'm saying. But like,
it's pretty emo, yeah.
Yeah, that's an emotional thing. And I think that when you put money behind that, like, give us money because we're going to provide this service for the rest of the community, it's really complicated.
Yeah.
In music, it's different. Give us money, we're going to come play. These people are going to pay to get here. They're going to drink or not, whatever the venue is. You know what I mean? Like, that's commerce. But when you connect it to a community-based organization and say, oh, we don't have to pay taxes, and we'll do this for other communities, it's really sticky.
Yeah.
Because it's based on emotion. And they'll say it's not based on emotion. But when you get in the door and that music is just right and it's in the right key, that must be based on emotion. And to go deeper, I believe that God made emotion, so you feel that. You know what I mean? Like, you hear music and you get goosebumps. You know what I mean? Like, that's real.
Totally.
That's designed by whoever made us. You know.
Interesting. You just said something interesting, but like, I'm not calling you guys emo bands, but I would consider that word gets thrown around so crazy. And for us, I saw Rites of Spring and Embrace, the original DC emo bands back in the day. But I feel like every band, I feel like Madball has emotion. I feel Sepultura has emotion. I feel Underoath. We all have. If you feel something through music, that's an emotion and makes you feel a certain way. So I feel like to call like one style all emo, I think that's crazy, because some hip hop makes me emotional. I can go to a show and hear a song and get goosebumps. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if it's real and you feel it, it's a real emotion. So
Toby from H2O just called every band emo.
I'm just
damn,
no, I
dude.
agree. It's a
but I
silly
just saw something interesting you were talking about like, for a while you weren't down with like the genres and stuff, but then as you get older you realize, you know what, maybe we are a certain style, or you know what I'm saying, there's really no way to describe a genre of music. It makes you feel a different way. Somebody might want to mosh and go crazy to your band and fuck shit up, and somebody might just want to sing the words and like rock back and forth and get emotional. Like the lyrics hit them differently. I feel like it affects everybody differently.
Yeah.
It's hard to like just say like we're an emo band or you're a metal band, I'm a hardcore band, because some people think I'm a fucking pop punk band because I sing and I'm melodic my whole entire life. Or you're a pop punk. Okay, I don't give a fuck. I'm a band that's singing lyrics I wrote that are real and I live this way. But you know what I'm saying? That word just gets thrown around.
It does. It gets thrown around, and I think that, I mean, genre. I think now something you can talk all you want about modern music and how it's for clicks and how AI. You can. That's just such a stupid topic, but I think that like what it's given us is there's so many different artists now.
Totally.
And it's all people just trying, and I think that's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think that it makes it easier for fans and people who listen to music to go, oh, me too, me too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think it makes it easier because
Yeah.
when I was coming up in our local scene, like everybody played together. You could see MXPX on a bill with Mortification. It was fucked up.
Totally.
Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like that might be coming back.
Were they like the first kind of Christian pop punk band, MXPX back then, maybe?
Yeah, back then. I mean, they've been a band
I
for.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
They've been a band for, God, dude, like ever.
But they were kind of like carrying that flag back then, kind of set in, right? Yeah.
And they're great guys. Like they just came to our show in Seattle, Mike and
they're still
Tom.
killing it, dude.
Killing.
But I was gonna say, like, if I hear like a Billie Eilish song, I get emotional. If I'm gonna go see Goo Goo Dolls next week, I'm gonna cry when they play Iris or fucking Slide or one of these songs because I'm an emotional person. And Oasis people are crying. Do you know what I'm saying?
Dude, you should have seen that shit last night.
Do you get emotional?
Oh yeah. I mean, and that wasn't. And I, Oasis when I was a kid was like so important. You know, like Wonderwall and Champagne Supernova. So I was little and it was so important. Like we thought it was the coolest thing. But last night I saw them at Soldier Field, and there's 80,000 people there,
dude.
And they do this thing on Cigarettes and Alcohol. Where he has the whole crowd turn around and look at them and look at the crowd like if you're on the floor, and we were right up front, and it was crazy, dude. Like just 80,000 people that are just united in that thing.
Right.
Dude, it was
dude.
so sick. And like, there's all the turmoil that band's had through the years. That's what got me. It wasn't the music really. It was more like they haven't played together on stage since 2009. And this was their first show in America, and we were there.
They sound so good,
dude.
bro.
You don't understand. It sounds like if you close your eyes, it's 93. Like it's perfect.
Yeah.
Sometimes people go to shows and they say it was like a religious experience. Right? And they leave I'm going to keep it 100. Chris Martin's like my God. So when I go see Coldplay, I'll leave there like emotionally drained. We have these wristbands that all light up together and the whole entire, everybody's singing together. It's so fucking emo. I love it. It's my favorite shit. And I'll leave there like feeling like, wow, I feel like light. And it just, music is so fucking powerful, man. It's so beautiful, you know?
Not only is it powerful, it's just needed. I think it's like, I think music is like, obviously we're all musicians, so it's easy for us to agree, but I think music is like food. Like for example, if you watch a movie and there's no music, people get arty and make a movie where it's silent and it's jarring, and that has a purpose.
Yeah.
But music is like salt or food. Like if it's not there, you're like, even if you're not a music person, you're like, what the fuck's wrong with this movie? It's because there's no music. You know what I mean? Like that's what's wrong with it. You know what I mean? Like you're starved the whole time. And I think there's a point to that, to like be jarring. But that's the thing. It's not only is it beautiful, but I think it's necessary.
Yeah. I think it is necessary.
I definitely felt that during the pandemic too, when like there was like we weren't sure what was going to happen, what the future and was coming, and we were kind of stuck for like a year or two. Me and Derek hanging out my garage, like we were going to play a show again. I never took it for granted touring, being a band, but you start realizing like holy shit, like how important it was, because it was the lowest thing on the totem pole. It was coming back slowly. These things started coming back in the world, and then music was way down here. I'm like, fuck.
I remember we went on tour in like 2022. I didn't have COVID the whole time. My wife had a baby during COVID. We like escaped it like 5 days into the tour. COVID. I was like, fuck.
It was inevitable.
It was horrible.
Of course you're gonna get it.
No, we walked out. I'll never forget it. We were in Dallas. We walked out. This 3,000 cap room sold out, and I literally said to a guy in the band, we were walking on stage, and it was so loud, and it was like, we're all getting COVID. Just because there's no way. Because they made us get boosters, and you had to stay backstage, and you couldn't have any guests.
Yeah,
that's like the Live Nation thing. You couldn't have any guests, no family. We were just on a bus. And then like we walked out on stage, and I looked at somebody. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And there's 3,000 sweaty people, like just ready to fuck. And you're like, "Okay, so they're gonna scream at us for the next 2 hours. He's gonna go down there and get in that, and then sleep next to." Come on.
Yeah.
5 days later, I had COVID.
Of course you did. I mean,
But yeah,
I remember that backstage just being like,
different
this is,
bubbles.
I was like, I mean,
Yeah.
it was just like, wow, it's so chill.
And then we
backstage.
got COVID. We got COVID and they let us play, but the three of us had to travel separately. We had to cancel our VIPs or whatever. And the VIPs were like us sitting on the edge of the stage answering questions. So like me and two other guys that got COVID from the band rented a car. It was wild, dude.
Oh,
We had our own dressing room. You know what I mean? So they would roll a wardrobe case in there and let us get dressed, and then we would run out on stage and play. It was
And then
wild.
split up after and all
Yes.
this. Damn,
Rental
dude.
car.
horrible. It's horrible.
Dude, I had to drive a rental car behind like a nice ass tour bus. I was
That
like,
just
God, this is.
sucks.
I'll be honest, it
Jesus.
was kind of sick though, like, because we got to stay at like a dope hotel every night,
right.
Oh, that's cool.
and these dudes are just sleeping on the bus, and we just order food and shit and just hang out. It was fun. It was fucking.
That's pretty
It was
cool,
like weird
man.
summer camp for like,
Right.
and you had to do it for 10 days.
Wow.
And then
That's right, it was 10 days, yeah.
Yeah, the 10 days ended, and we got to New York, and we played Brooklyn Steel, and we all got back together and ordered pizza. It was sick.
Oh my god.
But I feel like music's thriving even more since the pandemic. It seems like it's
Every band is big, right?
crazy. I
Every
heard you
band-
mentioned the Deftones too. My boys, shout out to Chino, who we listen to this episode, listens every week and we talk about it. He's the G, and I'm so happy for his band that they're fucking. I saw him at the Forum, dude. Like they're like 2 nights. They're
Unreal.
bigger than ever. Just
Unreal.
put a record out now.
Unreal. The
Like in
record
Limp
rips, too.
Bizkit, all these bands you know are fucking killing it, dude.
Chino was so we were huge Deftones fans growing up, and he was so kind to us at a festival last summer. I'd never met him,
He's a sweetheart,
and
dude.
he was doing crosses, and their
Sick.
dressing room was across. That crosses record is sick.
Sick.
But they were his dressing room was across from us, and he hung with us for like an hour. Just
Yeah,
gave us his
it's
time
mad
while we
cool.
just basically were like, oh my God, it's a Chino. You know, he just dealt with that bullshit for like an hour. You know, me and another guy just being like, dude, you're Chino. And he was like, I know I'm Chino. It was sick. It was sick.
But I'm so happy, like just seeing him like killing it right now, dude. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
They deserve it.
Yeah, but even like bands like that just keep going. Like we said, Limp Bizkit, and then your boys,
Yeah.
System of a Down are killing it right now.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
Met Life last night with
Yeah.
Korn. We talked about that
yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
But I also feel like when we were young, that festival really reignited something.
Did you guys play that?
Nah, but I just know all the bands
Oh.
killed it on that.
Dude, we did that thing twice, and it's like Woodstock for our
It's in
scene.
Vegas.
It's in Vegas.
Yeah.
It's 80-something thousand people.
Damn.
But I feel like it made people make new records, inspired a lot of these bands to get
Yeah.
back together, and
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
That
was
was
difficult
beautiful.
though for a lot of bands as well because there was every band wanted to play, so everyone was out on the road, and so
Yeah, it's
some
true.
bands would be like, it got a lot of the crowd, other shows not so much, and
Saturated.
yeah.
yeah.
It slowed down now a little bit. You know, our
Yeah.
band is. We just had our 20th anniversary of our first record last year, and we toured like dogs.
Killed it though.
Thank you. It was great. Like it's the
That was a
20th.
pretty big year for you guys last
It's
year.
a big year. It's our biggest ticket selling year in our career last year.
It's fucking crazy,
Damn,
dude.
weird.
So next year is the 20th anniversary of our biggest record, which is our second record. So we're gonna hopefully do some shows. I don't know. Nothing's
So last year was
Yeah.
the biggest tickets. Wow.
in our career.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
It was very much the same for us. Like
I
in
see
the last
y'all.
year.
I see y'all too, dude. I mean, y'all's shows. I follow Grayson, so I see.
Right.
I see y'all's shows have been like
It's been really amazing. I never
outdoor,
imagined,
like
right.
people lighting fires type shows.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Where
Yeah.
like you ever see like
yeah.
that old Pantera thing when they're in Russia and they're outside and there's like a fucking fire on the side of the. Oh
Dude.
God, it's so sick.
They're killing it as well. You know, it's like I saw the show that they played at the Forum, like a lot of people posting stuff.
Who?
Pantera.
Pantera.
Oh yeah.
And then but then I saw them when we did like Knotfest in South America, and it's just the crowd is just very, very different. You know,
Dude.
they didn't have a lot of shows in the 80s and 90s really so much there, so people have just been waiting for it. And bands like Pantera don't tour South America often,
Yeah.
but it's just like a wave of people, like Oasis. Like when you see that wave, it looks like
It's
water.
insane,
The
bro.
Are you
wave.
gonna go see Oasis, Toby?
Next week, yeah.
So sick, dude.
Try to go
Insane.
there next week.
Yeah, it's like
Also,
a
the tour with Pop
wave.
Roach. Pop Roach are killing it right now too. It's insane.
Yeah.
We're on a 2-leg thing with him right now.
I was
so
at your show at the Forum when you guys played there with Rise Against. Yeah,
Sick.
yeah.
They-
Rise of the Roach. Yeah.
They're killing it.
They're killing it.
So we did
I
that.
know.
The second leg starts in 2 weeks.
I know.
Yeah,
It's amazing though. It's true. There's
and
a lot of
but
bands.
Jacoby though is like, he's the fucking man, dude.
Dude, he's so sweet, so
he's like
positive. Just
he's like
awesome,
this most
dude.
positive, like he's like a page out of your book. Like he got sober how long ago?
Almost 15 years, maybe.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
And he's just he's great, dude. Like literally, my son just started his first band.
It's awesome.
It's called Bleeding Mercy.
Hard.
It's hard as fuck.
Bleeding Mercy.
He's 13.
It's so sick.
And so my son, we're at the show, and my son goes on tour with us for a week a year in the bus. It's my favorite week of the year, and he just rips, dude. He was at the Forum too.
That's awesome.
He just rips, and so he was there, and all his buddies wanted to come, and I was like, dude. And his friends were so excited to meet Jacoby. I was like, fuck, dude, they're going to punish him so bad. And I want you to know. And they did exactly what I told them not to do. They brought a demo. They brought lyrics.
No way. Had him listen to it.
And I want you to know Jacoby stood in the hallway of this fucking arena and listened to these kids shit. And I could get emotional about it. It was so
That is so sweet.
Dude,
Man.
he read their lyrics, gave them merch. And I was like, dude, that's who I just want to be like y'all when I get in 15 years. Do you know what I mean? Like
that's amazing, man.
And that gives me so much hope getting older as a musician too. Because I look at that guy, I look at you guys, and you're just like giving, positive. Like rock and roll is cool, but being an asshole sucks
For sure.
Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
So to see that dude like with his 13-year-old friends, they had eyeliner on, they dressed up, and he was it was the best. It was one of the coolest nights.
Did your son like Underoath?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
He didn't when he was younger. This is new. When he was younger, it was like, you know, your dad's a plumber. You don't want to go turn a wrench. You know what I mean? But as he got older, his teachers were like fans, and he would see it. And his teachers would be like, is your dad?
That's cool.
Because he would say, they see his last name, and his teachers would be like, is your dad blah, 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 so-and-so, whatever. And then he was like, oh, this is actually sick.
That's cool, man.
And then his friends,
that's cool.
And then his friends' parents were like, do you know who that is? He looks just like me. Like, do you know who that kid is? And like, cool. It's fucking cool.
Kids get recognized.
Is he playing drums?
Recognized at school. Yeah, he's playing drums.
Nice.
He's playing drums. Yeah.
There's like other types of music that he kind of turned you on to, like new music, or
you know who he actually, and I already knew about this, but he really likes Eminem.
Yeah.
And I listen to like, white America Eminem. You know what I mean? My son has been put on the fucking, he's been put on the new Eminem.
Oh, nice.
New shit's good too, man.
And I you know, you kind of forget.
Right.
And it rips.
He still kills
He's
it,
like,
dude.
Dad, listen, he'll send me songs. You know what I mean? And I'm like, dang, dude.
So he's into hip hop.
Not
Just
solely,
Eminem.
just Eminem, really.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Eminem and then like Slipknot. Weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eclectic. Bleeding Mercy, bro.
Right.
That's hilarious.
Oh wait,
Bleeding
you said Slipknot
Mercy.
too?
He loves Slipknot.
Yeah, it's my son's favorite band too, man.
What is that? Is it the show of it all?
I don't know. He loves that original drummer who passed away.
Joey
obviously.
Jordan.
Joey.
Yeah.
We got to tour with them when Joey was in the band.
Really?
You want to hear a fucked up story?
Yes.
So this was 2008. Our third record had just come out, and we went on tour with Slipknot. And it was the first night of that tour, their first show in 2 years. They hadn't played in 2 years. They had made this record. It came out that day. And they had these big set carts, you know, with like the spinning pentagram, whatever the fuck it was on top of the fire thing. And the DJ guy climbed up one of those, Sid,
yeah.
He climbed up on one of those. First note of their first song of their first show in 2 years. And he jumped off and he broke both legs.
What?
And then he climbed around the rest of the show, didn't go to the hospital, climbed around and rode the drum carts up and down with broken legs.
What the fuck?
And then the next day we wake up and we go out of the bus. It's all amphitheaters outdoor, and they're building ramps, and he was in a fucking wheelchair, and he would climb out with casts like up to his dick, and he would climb out of the wheelchair. And they had these drum risers that go up and down, you know, in the front.
Yeah.
And he would hang on to those things and ride those drum risers. Craziest. That band taught me, like, put it all out there every night. And Joey, this is another thing. Joey broke his foot on that tour and didn't tell anyone. And just taped it up and played drums. It
What
was
the hell?
those
Man? Those dudes
dudes-
are savages,
Those
bro.
dudes are savages.
Holy shit.
I like that shit. Like that kind of like, let's bleed it out. Let's bleed it on stage. Bleed it
What
out.
year was that? Like 10, 20 years ago?
No, it was 2008.
Wow.
Damn.
It's almost 20 years ago, yeah.
Damn.
That's-
It was sick.
Yeah, sick, but I think my son just like, the way they looked and the music. He loves super hard.
man.
My son likes super hard metal stuff, black metal stuff.
Has he heard Knock Loose?
He likes Knock Loose.
Yeah.
He loves Tsunami. He loves
Tsunami's sick.
Turnstile. He likes really super hard kind of beatdown
He
stuff.
likes a lot of stuff,
I'm not
man.
really a fan of the harder stuff, but he's opening my mind to more stuff.
I'm not either. Like a
like
super hard
chugga, chugga, all that shit.
I'm not
You know
a huge
what I
fan of
mean?
that either.
I will say Knock Loose's performance on Jimmy Kimmel with Poppy was like one of the punkest things I ever saw, and how the feedback with Jimmy Kimmel, they were trying to have Jimmy Kimmel apologize the next day because they were shocked in their houses watching that performance. That's punk rock to me.
Oh,
But
I loved his statement the next day.
Yes,
It's fucking sick.
But the kids are like moshing on TV and shit in 2025.
And that song has like a reggaeton breakdown in it.
Yeah.
Suffocate.
That band's killing it.
It's
dude.
crazy. I don't even know how much I like it. I just think it's sick.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
I don't really like it so much.
I
but
need melody.
I really, really respect.
Yeah, I love
what they're
melody,
doing.
dude.
I definitely have to have the
sick.
melody.
It's sick that it's popular though, and it's
Yeah.
that hard. I think
I think it's that's what is so cool about it. I think
that's a win for all of us, right?
Right.
Like if it's big and it's that hard, we all win.
That's
And
what
honestly,
I'm saying.
I don't have to like everything. You know, it's like impossible to
Yeah.
like. I mean, for
No.
a person to like everything, but I love the fact that it's
we need
what it's
melody.
doing.
We need melody. We're old, bro.
So fuck.
Yeah.
I think, and that's why I was so confused how we started the conversation. Like when people get mad at you because you're more successful. Like I think if it's guitars and rock music, any music really, but especially in our respective scenes, like if there's people ripping like guitars and it's heavy and it's getting big, like you gotta have that adage, you know, a rising tide lifts all ships. You have to, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you have to.
So you always loved melody. That was some of the first kind of music you got into in the punk scene, was like melodic stuff?
There was a Christian bookstore by my house called Family Christian Stores. It was at the end of my street, and I could walk down there, and they had CD stations. I wasn't allowed to go to like a record store. And they had MXPX, Life in General. I was like, this is so sick. And then I started learning about some heavier stuff, and there was a Christian death metal band in the late 80s, early 90s called Mortification.
Okay.
And you heard of them? And it was like, but it was like death metal. And I was like, I don't like that. Like, I was like, it's cool that it's heavy, but like
Right.
the guy sounds like Satan. And I like screaming. I mean, our band has a lot of screaming, but like I need it to be like sing along screaming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But your band has melody too, and singing and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
In it too. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like a thing for me. Like those two records, like the first thing I heard, I found in the Christian bookstore that weren't like church music.
I see.
And
Yeah.
I was like, how is this, you know?
Yeah. What was your first first show you went to, like concert, like a real show that wasn't like a hardcore show, like a bigger band maybe?
Definitely hardcore shows in churches.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
that's where y'all played when we
Coming
first
up,
started. Yeah, that was always.
I'm trying to think of like the first real big show I saw was probably some Christian, like Stephen Curtis Chapman, or like there was a church. I mean, our whole life was based in church community.
Right.
So there was like a huge church down the street called Countryside Christian Center, and it had like thousands of people attended church there, and they had the cash to hire like. I think the first real show I ever saw was a band called Big Tent Revival, which had like a hit at Christian radio.
Nice.
And I remember this phrase. The dude, he like cool looking. He had like a jean jacket. All that was sick. And there was like a security team in the front. Like there was no barricade. There was like a security team of guys watching. And he's like, I'm sorry, I'm probably spitting on the back of your head all night. Because he was singing hard like that. I was like, that's fucking sick, dude. Like he's spitting on that dude because he's singing. I want to do that. I thought it was fucking sick. That's like the first real show.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I had like, I was in a podcast with our guitar player the other day, Neen's podcast actually.
Nice.
And with Philip, I'm closer to Philip than Neen. But our guitar player grew up the same way as I did. And he was saying this the other day, and it kind of freaked me out. I've been thinking about it for like 2 weeks since we did the pod. He said, I grew up with no culture. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't have the story of like, because these guys were talking about growing up out here in LA and fucking skateboarding and seeing 7 seconds and cool shit.
Yeah.
And Tim was like, we really only saw local bands.
Yeah.
Because our parents aren't going to let us go see the Circle Jerks or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Bad religion.
Yeah, like that's not going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, like we didn't get to do that. I didn't see Bad Religion until 2003.
Wow.
2004.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then they were the best guys. And I was like, oh wait, everything's a lie, I guess. You know what I mean? Like you you kind of get your paradigm shifted where you're like, you know, Brooks is playing drums and he's the sweetest man in the world.
So
like,
sweet, man.
and he's like the best drummer. I'm like, you're the man and you're in Bad Religion. Well, I don't know anything. Like, and you know what I'm saying? But it's funny. We grew up in many ways, like other than my dad drinking on Friday, like we talked about an hour ago.
Yeah.
Like we grew up with no culture.
Yeah.
Like literally no culture. The church culture. Like my first big show was at the church that had enough cash to hire a Christian band. You know what I mean?
So the hardcore punk scene was a huge thing for you, man, for sure.
Dude, there was a band, the moment that really changed me, and there was a band called Hopes Fall, and they're still a band now, I think, in some way, but they used to be like a hardcore band.
Okay.
And I saw them play, and I was like, it was really melodic, like Shiloud.
Yeah.
Strong Arm was a big, so seeing all those bands growing up. We played with Shiloud at a place called K2 in Ocala, Florida, and fucking Chad was saying it was so sick. Like those were the shows for me though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my dad, I wish I had some great, I just pride myself on telling the whole truth, as you can probably tell. But I wish I had some story about seeing the Eagles. Like one of you guys probably do. Like you saw fucking like, you guys probably saw
Elvis.
You guys probably saw like John Mellencamp and like did drugs in the parking lot or something. You know what I mean?
We ain't that old, but we saw some shit.
I'm like, I went to church band.
Yeah. Did you start? You in church band all through high school too, right? Or no?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you really start. You're like band. So you're out of school.
No, I dropped out of high school.
Okay.
With like a couple credits left. I
Damn,
didn't finish.
I bet your mom was happy about that. No?
Well, I just wanted to go on tour.
Yeah.
And like I told you an hour ago, I got stuck in that loop of like, weird loop of like, where's the money? Like my parents kept sending me to school, but not paying for it because they didn't have any money.
Yeah.
It was fucked.
You're like 16 on your first tour or something like that, right?
Oh my God.
And you've never seen snow before? And
No,
all that,
that
right?
band's Sleep by the Riverside I told you about earlier. That sounds like Shiloud. They took us on a tour. And we got out of a rest stop and there was snow. I'm from Florida.
Yeah.
I never saw snow until I was 16. I was like, what the fuck?
Crazy.
It was wild. Like, think about how we basically grew up on an island. Like, in truth, like where I'm from is like kind of an island. You know what I mean? So we didn't,
And also you drove like 120 miles for like your first band rehearsal or something, right?
That's the crazy story. So I played drums in church one night, and the next day, and I believe this, like I just prayed. So I just wanted to be in a band so bad that wasn't a church band. I just prayed for it. I begged for. I wanted it so bad, and I played in a church one Sunday, and the next day there was a message on my parents' answer machine. I got home from like hanging with riding bikes or fishing or something. They're like, "There's a message for you," and I went in and I pushed play. And this is so far removed from the band now, but it was the guy that we started the band with. His name's Luke Morton. I don't even know where he is. He ended up having a drug problem, but his dad had told him that he saw this really great drummer at church.
It's amazing.
And
man.
they called me, and this is so fucked. And I think about this a lot because in the band now, like our keyboard player has a daughter who's 16. So we think about this a lot. I think about this a whole lot, especially now that my son has a band. And
yeah.
So I called him back. And the next day, they came to pick me up with like a crate Blue Voodoo amp in the back, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go practice. We're starting a band." And I was like, "What?" And this is like right around the time I found that Mortification CD, so I'd never really heard anything heavy. And the whole way up, they just played me like all this shit, everything. I was like, "What the fuck is happening? I don't even know if I like this."
Like all the influences and shit.
Yeah. And so it's 2 hours. My mom, like, I wasn't even 16 yet. I was 15. I was turning 16 in a couple months. My mom just closed the back door of this car. She's like, "Have fun."
Wow.
Dude, I wouldn't let my... Come on.
No, man.
Yeah.
We just talked about your 22-year-old, how we're trying to make sure he doesn't get diarrhea in Bali. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of faith my parents had about.
Yeah, they trusted you though too.
They trusted me, and they knew this was they knew this was what I was supposed to do.
What you wanted, yeah.
You know what I mean? So they sent me off, and we wrote 3 songs that weekend. One was called Unite. I'll never forget
Classic.
it.
Classic song title.
I can remember it. Do you know what I mean?
Awesome.
And I remember the singer going, "Mom, this song's called Unite. It's about true brotherhood." Like in their house, like through the fucking closed door. Do you know what I'm saying? It was wild, and I tore my hands to pieces, dude, playing the drums. I'd never played heavy music, man. I didn't know. I was just
You're playing church music, then you're playing this hard
I was just
stuff.
bleeding everywhere. But I always had a propensity. I always hit too hard for church and got in trouble. So that's why his dad, I think,
It was
like,
in you, dude.
That's why I think his dad was like, "Yo, this is the shit," or whatever. So I used all his mom's Band-Aids and got in trouble. It was wild, dude. And my parents just let me do it. And then 3 days later, I went home, went to school on Monday. My mom's like, "What happened to your hands?" I was like, "Just ripping drums." Wild.
But when you get back from that, do you feel like I want to do this? I want to start a band. This is awesome. Like,
Oh yeah, we did it, and we played our first show like a month later.
Nice.
At a church, They would hollow out like the fellowship hall of a church, and there'd be a bunch of like 12 bands, 12 bands would bring a can of food. Whatever happened to those days? That was sick.
I mean, there's still church shows somewhere, but yeah, there was a big thing back then.
What was the church in Boston? We played there with Converge once, and I was terrified for my life.
It was scary.
ICC Church.
Church.
We played there we opened for Converge. This is like when we first started.
Boston band,
When we first started touring in like 2003, like touring, and we played there with Converge, and I was like, someone's gonna die in here. It was wild. I'll never forget it. He came out and he's all wet already. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, this song is called The Vocalist, and the place just went. And I was like,
it's a pretty amazing band, dude. Yeah.
They're still great.
Yeah. It's still the first Unitarian church in Philadelphia. That's a major spot still.
That still exists?
Yeah.
ICC is gone. I know that. That place is falling apart.
What about St. Andrews in Detroit?
That's St. Andrews Hall. It's not a church though.
It was.
Yeah. It was?
Back in the day. Yeah.
You knew that?
Yeah.
Where Eminem came up?
Yeah.
Holy crap. St. Andrews, get it.
What's the small venue underneath? It rips.
Oh, at the Shelter.
It rips.
Yeah, it's a great venue, man, back then.
That pizza place across the street also rips. It's like a Greek pizza place across the street.
So, and you get back, you just start back to working at the church after the first practice, and then you start going on
I
tour?
vacuumed the church every week. It was
because you quit school, so now it's just like
I wasn't quit school yet at that time.
Okay,
I didn't quit school till 2 years later. I quit school like basically graduated, but I just didn't. I got sick of being asked about the money, and I had this propensity to just be
you up for cash.
And were you like just a quiet kid in school, like a normal kid?
No, fuck no. I'm like I am right now.
Okay, a wild kid.
Yeah, a wild kid.
Were you doing sports or anything, or
no? I sang every morning. I sang the songs for the chapel, play guitar, and
damn.
You ever self-taught?
I guess so. Yeah. I never really thought about it.
Watching video.
My mom had a that band Daystar I was telling you about, like a Christian country band. My cousin was a drummer. Mm-hmm. Redheaded dude, and he's like he's almost 60 now.
Maybe you can tell me if this band was actually Christian. I had a sense that they were, and I really love. I love that
I'm the authority.
He is the authority, though.
You would be. I mean, King's X. You ever heard of them?
Oh yeah.
Doug Pinnick rips right now. He's almost 70 years old.
I know.
A friend of mine just sent me a video, went and saw them, and there was like 20 people there, and he's
really
ripping.
Man, they were huge influence for me. Like.
I can see that now. He
rips.
He plays bass.
Power trio.
He plays bass and sings. And
the harmonies.
Dude, you would love King's X, Toby.
I know King's. I know some of the songs back then, right? I might know them. Yeah.
They were such a big influence.
I think there's a Christian undertone there.
I think so too. Like some of the lyrics too.
I think so. Yeah. I don't know for sure. I was allowed to listen to King's X, so I think
that's cool.
That's cool.
Non-sector, yeah.
I mean,
Doug
those guys
Pinnick, dude.
Rock,
they still play right now.
Yeah, I saw them back in the day.
He's almost 70.
Yeah,
ripping.
I follow him. Yeah,
ripping. He's also an insane bass player.
He's an insane bass player.
So good.
And I've seen him at many shows backstage now. Like
really? Just hanging?
Weird.
Yeah,
that's
hanging.
Cool.
Where does he live?
Here.
Shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Was it like a Christian scene back then, or did you guys kind of was already going on?
It was like there was a band called Morning Again.
Oh yeah, I know that band. Yeah.
That wasn't a Christian band, but everyone loved.
Okay.
There was a band called Morning Sun that was a Christian band.
Okay.
And I always say both, not get them. Morning Again was Damien's band.
Okay.
And Damien had
Bertaville.
Bertaville Omen, and then my personal favorite was a band called Culture that Damien started.
I know that band for sure.
Yeah. So that was like the quotation fingers. I hate this fucking word. Secular side of it, and then you had like Sleeping by the Riverside. Strong Arm was too far south, so we never saw them. They were like 5 hours south.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But totally separate scenes from the hardcore scene and just separate shows.
Separate shows.
Wow, man.
Separate shows.
How did Obituary fit into all this?
So there was a place, this is really sad, we drove by it the other day. There was a place in like outside of downtown Tampa called the Brass Mug.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, that's where Morbid Angel started and Obituary and all those classic death metal bands is gone now. It's like a fucking sports bar. But it was there. We played there back in the day.
Right.
But it was there for years. Mm-hmm. It was kind of like Showcase in Orange County.
Okay.
For metal.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was like smaller than that and worse. Mm-hmm. Showcase was pretty bad. But it was bad.
And when do you start playing with like on a diverse bill that isn't a Christian bill? When does that start happening? And does that kind of change and all merge into one at some point?
It was kind of all at the same time.
Yeah.
Because like the acceptance thing was so big in that local scene growing up. So bands would come in, straight edge bands a lot. I can remember I just remember buying this patch from this band we played. There was a place called The Refuge, which was the homeless shelter, and it was also a venue. And that's where we started playing our first shows after that one church show we played. And they did have a church there on Sundays. And everybody played there. Blink played there. Like years ago. Like everybody played there. And I remember buying a patch from like a North Carolina straight edge band. And it said like the name, I can't remember the name of the band, but it said North Carolina straight edge on the bottom. I thought it was so sick that I had it, that it was like contraband to me. Like much like that Snoop Dogg CD. Totally. Because I was like, this is so sick. And the band was sick. It was like, it's like a Throwdown sounding type band. But Throwdown played there too. Like, and you just started getting put on bills as your Christian heavy band got more popular. A guy there, the guy that owned the place, he would put you on, so you could open for MXPX, or you could open for Throwdown, or you could open for every band came through there, dude. Shutdown. Yeah.
Shout out to Mark Shutdown.
Yeah.
Were you a straight edge kid too, or no?
I thought that I should be, because I never drank or anything, or smoked or growing up, because it was against the religion. Yeah. But I found that when I was of age, something I wanted to do. I wanted to have a drink every now. I never had like an issue. Maybe in my 20s I drank too much, but yeah, I was never. But I thought I should be straight edge, but then it felt disingenuine, because I had a ton of friends who were straight edge. You know, and I was like, well, I'm not that. Yeah. Like I want to try a cigarette. Right. Like I didn't have that. You know, and we were friends. Like one of our first tours was with 18 Visions, and they're all straight edge. Yep. And James was like the best. I love that guy.
He's the best. Dude.
He's the best. They opened for us on the Chasing Safety tour, and I cried like a baby, dude, just because I couldn't believe it. Oh, that's That was cool. Our first real tour. It was us, Throwdown, 18 Visions, and Terror.
What?
So 18 Visions. This was in 2003. So 18 Visions and Throwdown were doing a co-headliner, and each band got to pick a band. Wow. So we were like melodic, and that was when like 18 Visions started making like more melodic stuff. So Tower of Snakes, all that was coming out. And then Throwdown picked Terror.
Hard.
It was wild. But like James, like I saw those guys, and James is still straight edge. Like, you know, for like sure, you guys had never, you guys never quit. And I was like, I'm not that. But in the beginning, I thought I was straight edge because I just didn't drink. But I didn't drink because I was too young and grew up religious. Yeah,
was it a weird thing we started drinking, like because you felt like you were breaking the codes of religion?
Oh yeah.
To be secretive about it. Whatever.
It was secretive about it. Whatever. Like, and you feel guilty.
Even tattoos, probably too. Huh? Even getting tattooed, probably, right?
Oh, dude. My dad said a sentence to me when I was a kid. He goes, "If you ever get a tattoo, don't come home." Wow. That's probably why I'm fucking covered in tattoos. And my dad left. My dad left when I was 18. I kicked him out of my house.
You kicked him out of your house?
Yeah, I caught him on the phone with his mistress, and I kicked him out of the house.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've only seen him one time since I was 18.
Since then?
Yeah. I'm 42. Yeah.
You never tried to reach out to you throughout your whole life? And
he has a couple times, but it felt like too little too late. And then as I got older, I didn't want him around my children, you know, because I don't know him.
Right.
But my mom, she really came around with the tattoos. Like she doesn't, you know.
Yeah,
my mom is like grown with me, and I'm so close with my mother.
It's amazing.
She's grown with me to where like she goes to shows now and is like the guest of honor. We did 8,000 tickets in Tampa at the end of last year.
Damn.
And over 4 nights. We didn't want to play the arena. We've done that before. We wanted to play like the big 2,000 cap room. It's called Janice Landing. We always dreamed of playing.
Landing, yeah.
We wanted to do. We did 4 nights there.
That's sick.
Wow. And my mom was like sat in this chair, and everyone comes up and talks to her, and she just eats it up, dude.
I love that, man.
Like she's
so proud, man.
She came along, you know, gives me goosebumps to talk about. She came alongside. My dad, he's like, "Don't come home and get tattoos." And before I even got a tattoo, I kicked him out. So
yeah. Meanwhile, it's like, don't cheat on my mom.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Right. It was. I'll never forget it. And she was crying in the other room. My mom was crying. I walked in the house. I was like, "What?" And he was like on the phone in the back. I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like,
were you closer leading up to this moment?
I haven't been close with my dad since I was probably in elementary school.
Okay.
He would take me fishing and stuff back then. And as I got older, you know what I really think happened? I've never talked about this, and it just kind of hit me. I think what happened is my dad. I can remember my dad like being so angry when my mom would tour. And she would do like weekends. In country and Christian music, you don't tour during the week. Mm-hmm. Even now, like I work with country stars and stuff. They only tour Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Gotcha.
So she would do weekends, and my dad would, you know, I was an only child at the time, and he'd be so mad when she was gone. I can remember him ordering pizza one time and it was late, and I remember him calling Domino's and being like, I'm so hot right now, I'm pissed. Like, and I think what happened is when I went in the footsteps of my mom, I think he was like, oh, he's gone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he was like, oh, he followed his mom's footsteps. My dad never did anything.
Like, you're leaving me again.
My dad had like 20 jobs. Like he never like, and he had like all these degrees, and he would always change something. Like he thought at one, he's just waiting at one point that God was going to give him millions of dollars from some invention. It was that.
I think he was kind of envious of you because you.
I think he was envious of my mother, not of me.
Okay.
I think he was envious. That's what I was saying. He would get mad when she would leave. I think he was envious of my mom, and then we would get on she would go on the road, and he'd get mad, and then he saw me doing the same thing. He was like, oh, I know this. Do you know what I mean? Like I think that's what happened, honestly. And I think he gave up. He did write me a letter a few years ago, and I do want to give him his flowers a little bit, saying, I fucked up my family and I fucked up my life. He did write that letter.
Right.
Yeah. It's probably hard to do.
Yeah, it was hard to do. So he did write that letter.
Did you write him back?
I think I did.
Okay.
I think I wrote just like a cordial.
Yeah.
Right.
But I wasn't ready to hear it at the time. This was probably 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was raw for me still. And I don't know that I'll ever put that together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did your mom move on after and get married again or anything like that? Wow. The same with my mom after my dad died. It was like every man my mom tried to bring into the house, me and my 3 brothers were like, you're not good enough for my mom. We've run him out of the fucking house.
Is your mom still around?
Yeah, and I felt bad for that because my mom never had, that was her true love that died, and she tried to move on, and we were so protective of my mom that we ran
My mom
him
had
out.
one boyfriend. His name was Gary. Me and my brother fucked that dude up, dude. He had no shot, dude. No shot.
That's what I'm saying.
Gary was fucked from day jump, dude.
Was Gary, did you know Gary on a level of like, he's not deserving?
He was like from the church, but my mom, he was just like, he smoked like a pack a day. I was like, get your liver spotted hands off my mom, dude. You know what I mean?
But he wasn't, was he cruel?
No, I just thought he was gross. Like, we just fucked him up.
Yeah, but now both
Gary,
our moms are here, right? Your mom's here, my mom's here. Yeah, mom's,
Oh, yeah.
But they're by themselves. I feel bad, bro. And I'm married. I'm a kid.
I do feel bad for my mom, but my mom has 2 grandchildren.
Yeah, she's good.
3 grandchildren now.
My mom is 3 too, yeah.
And she has 3 grandchildren. She lives in this cute little white house, like 3 miles from the beach. She's busier than all of us, bro.
Okay.
Her social calendar is fucked.
So she's killing it.
Yeah, dude. She still works.
How old is she?
I'm 42. She's 72.
Yeah.
Wow.
Never smoked or drank. Ever.
Wow.
She looks like she's 55. Straight up.
Your mom's straight edge is hard.
She's hard straight edge. Militant, dude.
Earth crisis.
Straight up, dude. Straight up.
Damn.
Straight up Earth crisis. Carl Buchner, dude.
So you guys got to go in 1999, huh? Right, so
well,
97 it says on interwebs.
99, like it's a local band, like around that time, and then we started touring. Like we did 2 tours, just up the coasts.
Okay.
And we came out here one time, and then we started touring in 03, like for real. Because
wow. Okay.
Everyone needed to finish school.
Damn.
But after like 3 releases too, you really started touring.
Yeah, we had 2 EPs, and then when we released the record,
what label?
Tooth and Nail. Well, at first it was a label called Take Hold.
Yeah, it was a record store in Alabama, correct?
Skate shop called Slacker 66.
Slacker 60. Yeah.
And they had
my notes.
It was sick as fuck. They had like shows in the back, and there was 2 bands. One band from out here, another band from a band called 238, a band called Stairwell, and then us. So Tooth and Nail bought his catalog.
Damn.
And they were like, we only want these 3 bands.
Damn. Yeah, Tooth and Nail was like all the Christian bands. It was like a big deal back then, right?
Well, at the time when we got signed to Tooth and Nail, we put out a record. We were still kind of a local band, and then we put out our real first record, and they were 51% owned by EMI.
Oh wow!
So our first record sold, like plaque numbers, and the second, so it was like it was like a major label at that point.
Wow. Damn. I completely missed out on any of this.
Is that the only Chasing Safety was the big one?
That's like our first real record.
Because before you Acted Depression, before that, Cries of the Past.
Yeah, those were our local EPs. Changing of Times was a full length that we didn't really tour off of.
Okay.
So we started touring. Like,
were you producing?
Not then.
Okay.
Not then. No.
I see.
But you have like radio play, MTV play.
That record was
Reinventing
big.
Your Exit.
That record was
a
big.
Huge song for you guys.
They actually K-Rock came to us. This is how punk rock we thought we were. that record has now sold, I don't know, probably close to 1 million copies. But at the time, it blew up, and we didn't know. There was no phones, right? Like, it blew up big. Like, our merch guy tabulated these numbers, and he sold something about 50,000 CDs on Warped Tour that summer. And we had this bus from the 80s that kept breaking down, so we rode like...
It was like Eagle Bus or something?
It was fucking horrible, dude.
It was a rough
I spent like 2 weeks on the Casualties bus.
No.
It was horrible, dude.
40-ounce Casualties.
And then 2 other guys rode with a van. I rode with Skrillex a lot in his van. He was just Sonny at the time.
From first to last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that record took off over the summer, and we didn't know. And that fall, we had a tour book with Coheed. It was our first real like support tour. And it was Coheed and us, and we were direct support for Coheed. And we got out on stage, and it was nuts. I was like, what is happening? And they've done interviews about that tour since, and they talk about it.
That's cool.
It was crazy.
That's cool.
Because I thought we were just going to get, folded arms. But at the end of that tour, To the Nail, EMI came to us and said, K-Rock will play Reinventing Your Exit. They will give you the most spins. Drive time. And at the time, I don't know if you remember, K-Rock was like, that was the tastemaker, dude.
Totally.
Right.
It was fucking sick. It was like,
Yeah.
if you were a rock band and you got play at K-Rock, you win the lottery.
Yes.
You win. So they were like, you just got to take some of the screaming out. We were like, fuck no.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
That's crazy.
But we didn't do it though. And I
Right.
think it's why we're still here.
Right.
I really do. I think it's
I
why
love you didn't
Can't
do that.
Yeah,
we didn't do it. We were like, nah, man.
That's crazy. That's
What?
insane.
Take some screaming out?
Dude, they literally, our label was up our asses about it.
Damn.
And at the time, we would have been the biggest. We would have been like Fall Out Boy. Like, it would have been huge.
Wow.
But we wouldn't do it. And our second record was even bigger. And I think it's really because our fans came with us. They grew with us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And now they all have sitters, and they still come. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the second was like, it charted number 2 on Billboard charts, man.
It was wild.
That's great. That was 2006, right?
20 years next year, man.
To find the great line.
Yeah, 20
That's
years next year.
incredible.
That's most people's favorite.
Right.
And that's when we got into like
It's not your favorite?
Shanaz don't like that one.
Yeah, and then Writing on the Walls was a Grammy nominated song, correct?
Grammy
Yeah,
nomination.
dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
And how was Europe the first time going
I
there?
hated it.
What?
I love Europe now.
Okay.
I just went to Paris on vacation with my wife.
Oh, that's nice.
It was so fun.
That's
There you
sick.
go.
We ate so much bread, dude. It was sick.
I'm sure you
Bread's sick
did.
over there.
I try
Yeah.
not to eat bread very often, but we ate the fuck
gotta eat
out of
it
You
bread.
gotta do it
Yeah.
over there, though. It's
Yeah.
It's
different.
so good, dude.
I know.
But the first time we went to Europe, it was in 2004,
Mm-hmm.
and it was with Silverstein
Oh, shoot.
and this British band called The Hurt Process. I'll never forget this, dude. Oh.
What
And this
year was this?
Other band called Roses Are Red. It was 2004,
Okay.
and we got a bus.
Okay.
And I'm like, they tell us we rented you a bus.
It's your
By
first time on a
yourself?
bus?
No. 3 bands on a bus.
Oh.
This ain't Sepultura, bro. This is how we do. We all share buses, homie.
Hold on a second. You're in Sepultura. Slow down. So,
You got your own bus.
Dude, these guys had to share a bus too.
but
We
we
do 4 bins on a double decker, bro.
we get there though, and I'm like, we're getting a bus. It's gonna be fucking sick. And I'd only seen buses on TV.
Yeah.
And this thing was AIDS, dude. It was so. Listen, the
Oh,
toilet.
It was
The
AIDS out,
toilet was
bro.
like the devil's mouth, dude. It smelled so bad. It was like this black hole. Oh, bro.
God.
We get on this bus, and the driver's name was Tricky. And he
Already a
hated
bad
us.
start.
Hated us. He's like, you fucking American cunts. He hated us so bad. And we get on this bus, and it's a dead January, bro. January.
The worst,
We spent
dude.
2 weeks in Germany in January. Never saw the sun. And we're 21 years old. And I'm like, this is the worst place in the world. Like, I'm literally like, this is in
Everybody getting sick and shit.
Especially coming from Florida.
I'm talking about
like sun.
death flu, dude. Like 104 fever, playing drums with the bone. But the band, The Hurt Process, the drummer, his name was Darren Toms. I wonder if he's still alive. We should look it up.
Wow.
But this dude was huge, dude. Like 300 pounds. And he couldn't get up the stairs in the skinny, the double-decker skinny.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't get up to his bed. So he just Jabba the Hudded the whole lounge.
Oh, that sucks.
So
I hope he doesn't listen to this, man. Shout him out. I hope you're good.
I hope he's healthy and good.
Yeah, I hope you're good, dude.
Yeah.
I hope he's
me
good. I hope
too.
he was just
He's
drunk.
running marathons now and shit. He's doing good.
I hope he's like fucking got a cold plunge. I hope he's doing it. But dude, he was wild, and he would just get so drunk, and he would yell at you when you came in the door because he was just Jabba the Hudded down there. You couldn't get up the stairs.
Wow.
That was my first Europe experience, and now I
I'm
love
so
it.
sorry. Yeah.
Now I love the food and the culture and the
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
And then you go back
Of
on your
course.
own bus, probably.
Yeah,
dude.
there
Dude,
you
going
go.
from a van to a bus is the best ever, dude. It's incredible, man. Your first bus after a van,
Van's
bro.
kind of fun now. I just did.
Well, I like hotel rooms too. I do like hotel rooms.
I just did 3 solo shows. I do this like songwriter thing
Yeah,
where I
I saw
go,
that, yeah.
and it's so fun. We did a van. I just drove my truck actually, and then I
That's
just
sick.
get a hotel every night. It was so.
That is,
fun.
hotels are nice.
But I had
every
one
night,
guitar, and then I would just hire a merch person in every city.
Hello.
Just give someone $200. And it
Really?
was
Go.
sick, dude.
That's
Nice.
super DIY,
We're
man.
talking about doing. I don't know if I should even say this.
Never mind. That's why she's here to shut you down, bro.
Dude, dude, if you did an H2O run, like say you just went to like out to Texas and back in a van and just stayed in like a Hyatt every night, it'd be sick as fuck, dude. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Just like
Yeah.
4-hour drives every day. Play
I mean,
small.
Sprinter van. Sprinter vans are nice.
Yeah. You're not destitute here. Come on.
Yeah.
But you go Sprinter van, the rented ones, the dope ones. You guys,
We got a nice one right now. Yeah.
You guys go stay in a hotel. It's fucking sick, dude.
I don't know. I really.
I don't.
What?
Say your piece, man.
I mean, I hotels are great for days off, but like day to day,
You love the bus.
I love the bus just because I can go back and nap.
Can I be honest with you?
Mm.
This is the new thing that's happened to me in my late 30s. Our band broke up for 7 years.
Yeah.
And we got back together in 2016.
Yes.
And the bus was so fun for 2 years. And now I just am not into it.
Mm-hmm.
I fly a lot just because I can't sleep. It's a new problem I have on the bus. I can't sleep.
Do you like flying and traveling?
Yeah, but I like flying like you. If you got a day off, I always stay, dude, and just fly the next morning.
Oh, that's nice.
I just can't do it anymore.
Can you sleep on flights?
Yeah,
Really? Damn.
not on domestic flights, but overseas.
Right.
But I just for some reason
I can't stand the airports.
I don't like the stress of showing up at the venue and you wake up and like the door slamming, and I hate that. And you can
Right.
you can hear the truck generator beside you.
Yeah.
I don't like that feeling. I like
Right.
waking up in a bed and it's cold and you're like, that's so douchey, but that's where I'm at now.
Is it true that part of the reason why you broke up because you were having some anxiety and hypochondriac kind of issues and stuff like that? And are you still a hypochondriac? Because I am too.
Horrible.
I am too.
Horrible. At the time,
Because you were successful as hell. You had so many things going on.
I quit Underoath myself in 2009, and they
Okay.
did one record without me.
Okay.
And at the time, I was like, I want to do music for God more, or whatever it was. And what was really going on is I had horrible anxiety, and I was chest pains, and like that's how it manifested for me. Like when in my 20s, I went to the hospital probably 50, 60 times.
Did you know what was going on at first?
No, because they would just say it's anxiety. There was no like care for it then. This is like 2008, 2009. There was no people wouldn't be like, you need to talk to somebody. They would, but I'd be like, no, I feel better now, because I would just go get it checked out.
Right.
All the time. You always thought you were dying or sick or something.
Chest pains, and my hand would tingle, and I would get.
Whoa, that's me, dude.
You got chest pains?
No, the
No, but
tingling hands.
I always, dude, and
There ain't nothing wrong with you, bro.
I'm so sad because I made my son a hypochondriac.
Yes, he did.
So did I.
Yesterday he got nosebleed because he was dehydrated, and
Yeah.
then he looked on ChatGPT, and we were watching the movie Blow last night,
It's
and
so
the
good.
wife gets a bloody nose, and then she dies, and he starts freaking on the couch. He goes, I'm going to Bali this weekend. Am I going to die of cancer? I'm like, oh my god.
Does he
son.
live here with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just you have a dry nose. You're just fine.
Yeah.
ChatGPT said you're all good, but
You live in California. My nose bleeds every morning when I wake up here.
it does.
Yeah, because I'm a salamander dog. I'm from the south.
What is the worst that you caused yourself to think you had at one point you might die from? Like something.
It's
more-
always been a heart for me, but there was a time where I thought I had a brain tumor on Warped Tour. I had a headache for 3 weeks, which you have a headache for 3 weeks on Warped Tour because there's nowhere to go. And it's 1,000 fucking degrees.
Yeah, you're
Right.
fucking dehydrated.
Yeah. You're peeing like orange soda. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah. And this is before liquid IV and all the cool shit we drink now.
And if you drink coffee too, that really dehydrates you, man.
Yeah, and I drink it like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I love
That's the thing.
coffee.
You have to drink just as
But
much
that
water
also
or more.
can kick off the anxiety.
Yeah.
For
Did
sure.
you quit coffee for a second because
I
anxiety?
quit like as a growing up. I was like, let's
'Cause
get
your
to the
voice?
diner. No, because I didn't know what anxiety attacks were like back in the day.
Back in the day.
I mean, nobody was talking about it like when I was in my early 20s, or like 18 or 19. Nobody talked about it. And I was drinking coffee like nightly, working at a club, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that's
after
right.
diner. And I'd be like, yeah. And then I get home like, holy shit, like black hole, like everything, like I'm dying. I got to get up. I got to move around. I have to walk or something. I can't turn my brain off. It's just like going in a very horrible place. And I realized that it was ticked off from caffeine. And I stopped drinking coffee for a while. And
You drink none now?
I drink coffee now. I'm back.
I do matcha. I try to do
I've been
matcha.
back.
I'm on
but
a
I
matcha.
realized
You're
that,
so LA, Toby.
yeah, but that was definitely like something.
Do you do it with oat milk? It slaps.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
it.
it's good.
It slaps.
But you were having so much anxiety and all this stuff that you really, it's just, it was enough.
I thought it was God telling me to stop to play worship music and to do. So I went back and did that for a few years, and then I played drums for Haley for 5 years.
I know, Paramore. It's
Yeah.
so amazing,
So-
man.
5 years.
Yeah.
Almost 5 years, like 4 and a bit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you started playing with
So
Paramore,
during
man.
the self-titled record,
2013.
I did that
Yeah.
whole cycle. Yeah.
I just saw them. Like,
Yeah, I got it.
not just saw them, but
Well, Derek, were you in South America or where were you? Australia?
that's Australian.
Derek
The
texted
whole,
me,
and the
like-
whole crew were like, you know who's playing tonight? And I was like, who? And they're like, Paramore.
Did you go?
I
And I
te-
was there at first. I was like, my crew. I was like, how do you guys even know?
Did you go?
Yeah,
I
I
text
went.
so good.
I
I got
text
them-
Haley. I text Haley, asked her for a +7. And she's like, I got you. And you guys all came to the show. They love the
Great
show,
seats.
dude.
Like,
I hooked you up,
first
bro.
of all, these
Come on,
guys
man.
were so excited.
Paramore's
They
the
were
best,
so
dude.
stoked. I was like, all right, let's
Those are my
go. And
those are
they're-
my people.
It
dude.
was
Bro.
fucking killer.
Those are my people.
Best, dude.
Man, that was
Those
a
are my
great show.
people.
so we get to play a bunch of those amazing songs, man.
Dude.
Damn.
You know what's really
Song
great
slap.
about that? That's a funny story. I was mowing my grass. It's a phone call for you, and they bring me my cell phone, and it's Taylor. He goes, our drummer got hurt. So they had 7 drummers between Zach. Zach's back in the band now.
Facts.
He was
had-
the one that I saw?
Correct.
Yes, they had 7 drummers between crushes. They had 7 drummers between him and me, all for like 90 days.
That's
So they did
hard. That's-
auditions out here in LA, and the guy that got it is a session musician in Nashville. His father is a famous guitar player, and he got in an accident on a golf cart and burned half his body with battery acid.
Oh my God.
And Taylor called me, and he's like, "Dude, can you come play drums for Paramore?" And I was like, "I don't think so. Maybe." And I'm like, so a semi truck shows up the next morning to my storage unit and gets all my gear, and I'm out of Underoath at this point.
Oh my God.
I'm out of Underoath.
dude.
And they fly me out first class to Nashville, and I thought we were gonna. There's a rehearsal studio there, and we show up at the fucking arena, dude. And my gear set up in an arena. That's where they were rehearsing.
Bro.
Production rehearsals, and I'm like,
Oh, sick.
I don't know.
What?
I played for 5 days rehearsals, and I slept at Miles. That's the guy that got hurt. I slept
Yes.
at his studio playing drums, trying to learn all these songs because they had just put out a record.
Dude.
And I knew all the old shit, but they had
Okay.
just put out this record that Alon Rubin played drums on that was insane. He's like he's the best living drummer right now, I think. Rock
Right.
drummer.
Damn.
He's playing for the Foo Fighters now. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah. He was leaving Paramore. He wasn't ever going to be in the band, but he recorded the record and did some tours. He was leaving to be in 9 Inch Nails. And so
That's a story off the podcast. I'm not telling this story on the podcast, guys.
Yeah.
I just want to hear this story on the podcast.
I
Okay,
know what
go.
story that is, but anyways, I think I get off. We rehearse, and they're like, okay, in 5 days we're going to Europe, and I show up in Europe, and it's in Ireland, and it's at the O2 in London, in Dublin, and they had a kabuki, the front of the stage thing, and it drops,
Yeah.
and there's 20,000 cameras, and I'm like, what am I doing?
Holy shit.
And then at the end, we did 2 nights at Wembley Arena.
How's your anxiety then? Because you just left the band from
I had
anxiety.
no fucking choice, bro. This was like, throwing a frog in boiling water. You either died or you just got in it and swam. And at the end, we did 2 nights at Wembley, and they were like, "Do you want to do the U.S. tour?"
Dude.
And I was like, so I signed a 3-week contract and stayed for all those years.
That's amazing.
They just kept
Dude.
asking me to do it.
Awesome.
So
What did your band think at that moment? Because the
Yeah.
band had broken up because you were done doing that. You wanted to work on
the band broke up in 2012. So they did one record
right
without
bef-
me.
Yeah, I know.
So.
Which is crazy.
And the drummer that they had, I've never said this, and this is no shade. The drummer they had was from a band called Norma Jean.
Disambiguation.
Yeah, I know Norma Jean.
Yeah.
It was Disambiguation, right?
I know.
2010.
Yeah, that was the record. Daniel
Wow.
Davison, who's one of my favorite drummers, he had tried out for Paramore. In those tryouts where Miles got the job, because he knew Underoath was breaking up. So he had tried out for Paramore, and I ended up with the job without trying out. It was wild, dude.
What?
It's
That
crazy.
sounds like your kind of thing
the
with
drummer world is insane.
like the
the
Grayson J.
switch around.
Weinberg switch around thing.
It was wild.
That's amazing.
So I
though.
went in and played with him, and Haley's just salt of the earth.
Genius, man.
So I've known her since she was 13. They came to our first, 14 maybe. They came to our first Nashville show at a place called Blue Sky Court. Zach was 12. And her and Josh and Zach came to our show, and We met them that night, and she's the same person right now.
Oh yeah, man.
cool.
Just
Do you know what I mean?
all of her solo stuff, everything she's doing.
That solo stuff she just put out is
yo.
unreal.
Yo.
I heard my wife listening to it, and I hadn't listened to it yet. I'm like, what the fuck is that? She goes, it's Haley.
Dude. She's so, a couple months ago, she sends me this link for those songs. And I get the link and I listen to the songs and I love all the songs and it's like 17 songs and all different
nasty,
style.
dude.
And I hit her, I was like, yo, you ever going to drop these? She's like, I'm thinking about dropping. I said, dude, this is so sick and they're going to drop it. And then a couple months later, she just dropped them as just singles. And
18 singles.
And then today she dropped it as
an album.
She let the fans kind of help with the sequencing. And today she dropped it officially with the title and all sequenced.
Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party.
Hard. All the songs are great, dude.
Dude, she is, people ask me a lot about her. And like
icon.
How she is and how she was. And she just, I don't know how to say this without, she's just one of us.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
When I say that, I don't mean like.
And she had to work hard to get into that world too because there was a lot of people with
Dude, we were on a
shit.
tour called Taste of Chaos.
Oh yeah.
And she was opening in the lobby at 15 playing an acoustic guitar.
The one in 2006?
Yep.
With Thrice and Deftones and Atreyu?
I remember.
Damn.
I remember going, that girl is a fucking star.
She was on there doing acoustic?
Yeah, man. Ripping it by herself.
Wow.
Dude, on the H2O Snapcase face-to-face tour, Chris Crobb opened up the whole show with acoustic guitar to that crowd every night, dude. Would
that be Progression Through Unlearning Snapcase or later?
Yes.
Oh, that record's
and they got kicked off the tour the second to last day because they wouldn't turn down, and face-to-face kept telling them to turn down.
Face-to-face, it was their tour.
And they got kicked off the tour, Snapcase, 2 days early for not turning their amps down. True story. But he was opening up. Chris Crobb was opening up. Everybody punk as fuck playing guitar. Now look at him.
He's the man. You're gonna go see him. Yeah, he's the man.
Fuck.
When we made our second EP, Cries of the Past, we stayed at what we thought was his house. He talks about it all the time now. When I see him, it was a boarding house he was living at, and he let all five of us stay there when we made our record.
A boarding house?
Yeah. Wasn't even allowed to.
What?
Yeah. In South Florida.
Real quick,
it's that Florida shit, dude.
Florida shit. After all that, you start the almost is your solo stuff. It does really well. It does really well.
It did really well.
You know?
Yeah, it did really well.
After that.
Yeah, that was in 06. I cut that record. We had made Define the Great Line.
Well, you're doing that during Underoath, but you continue on after the band.
Yeah, I continued it on for a while.
You did.
I don't really like
producing it yourself.
I played every instrument and stuff.
That's
fucking
amazing.
It's some Lenny Kravitz shit, bro. That's crazy.
I love Lenny Kravitz.
Best plays all the instruments.
Sick.
But the biggest success was Define the Great Line. You would say your biggest record, like kind of life changer for you?
It was life changing. Yeah, it was life changing. And it kind of solidified where we are now, I think, in just terms of, we started making more and more experimental music and more out there stuff. And that's our thing, is we don't ever make the same record twice.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah.
Like nobody wants to hear that from us, I don't think.
Yeah, because there's one you guys did after that. I think that was the one after the one you chased and saved.
It was directly after.
And it was different, kind of different.
Heavier. We got really into we discovered Radiohead and all these bands and Tool and we discovered all that and we're like, oh shit.
Yeah. But I love that you did it because most bands probably have some sort of pressure to have the same success on that record.
I think if we would have made Chasing Safety Part 2, honestly, and it sounds douchey to say this, but I think it's true, I think we would have been the biggest band in the world for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think we would have been a Fall Out Boy. I think we could have been for a second, but it would have died.
Yeah. That's amazing. You just change it up. I love when bands change it up. They're not scared to do that.
I mean, we made a hard left-hand turn. And
were people bugging back then, in that world,
there was no internet, though.
There was no message board.
There was no message board of people be like,
God, that's so good.
You guys suck now. We get that. See, now we get sellouts for that record. People are like,
really?
Oh, God.
This many years later?
Oh, God.
What?
Dude, if you read my Instagram,
do you check message? Okay, do you check your social media? You pay attention to that stuff?
Not anymore, really, but I did.
Did you you check messages and let one fucking negative comment fuck your day up and stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
Because I think we're all sensitive to it.
Because you want to know. I mean, if you put out a new song, you want to know. Is it?
Yeah, when you first put it out, of course you want
the barometer is your fans. No matter how much we all want to sit here and say it isn't, it is. The barometer is your fans, and if your fans don't like it. But I always found this, and this is what gives me peace about all of it, is the records that I really love that changed my life are records when I listened to them at first, I was like, I don't know. One of my favorite heavy-esque records is At the Drive-In Relationship of Command.
Okay.
And when that record came out, I went to a Hot Topic and everyone was talking about it, and I put the headphones on. Remember, you could do that. And I pushed play, and I was like, this is horrible. This sounds insane. And then I remember going back the next day and listening to it again and being like, oh man. Like, so my favorite records are those type of Glassjaw.
Ooh, Glassjaw, yeah.
That Glassjaw record, the record with Tip Your Bartender on it, Worship and Tribute. I felt the same way about that. I was like, what is he? He's the weirdest singer ever. Do you know what I mean? So I think those records are more important than the ones you instantly hear and they're like candy. Those are great too. I love Sabrina Carpenter. But after a while, you're like, show me the Tool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
I think you heard you talk about it too, because I agree too. Like, it's like Metallica. I love the Black Album, but that's a record that everybody hated. But that record is perfect front to back. I listened to it recently with my son. It's like, it's such a great record.
It's a great album.
But to other people, it was like so different back then. It was like Sellout. It was radio. It was slower.
people still say that about the Black Album. There's motherfuckers out there that are like, Ride the Lightning is Metallica. I'm like, I don't think so.
You like the Black Album?
Yeah, I love the Black Album.
It's so great, and because he tried something different, dude. It was
there's always going to be those people that are out there, but I mean, those people are fucking boring. You know, the people are usually
you
saying
said
shit
it. I
like,
didn't say it.
I mean, they're usually
You're
and there's
huge
a
in
lot-
Sepultura, so you can say it. But
a lot in the scene, which is super annoying. You know,
at least someone's saying it. I can't. I don't feel like I can say what you just said.
I don't know. There's some fucking very boring people.
Is it because you're in your 50s or because you don't care anymore?
I don't give a shit. You know,
Okay.
those people.
I'm asking straight up.
Honestly, they have no relevance. I realized early on, it's like these people have no relevance.
who are these people? Internet people?
Just internet or whatever.
Okay.
Like
I agree with
people
that.
that love to
You agree
comment
with
on
that?
shit.
I agree with the people that never been in a band before, never wrote a song before, never toured, never slept on the floor. They can tell you, and they can write online and judge your music when they never put any heart into anything that we do. And
Or in general. I
in
don't
general,
know. I
that's
mean,
why
I don't-
music critics who never even wrote a song, it always bugged me out.
Right.
I don't know, man.
And there's a
It's like
lot
you
of
got a band slept on the
gatekeeping as
fucking
well.
floor.
And they're like
Gatekeeping.
setting like some type of weird. I was like, where are you? Why are you the person that's setting any standard of what's good or what's bad? I was like, it's an art form where people have their own, mind of what they feel is good or bad. There is no good or bad within it. It's just something that's different.
Well, there's so much comparison now.
What's your opinion?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we broke up and we came back in 2018 with an album.
Right.
And everyone was like, you are just trying to be Bring Me the Horizon. I was like, hold on a second.
What?
Because there was melody and choruses.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love Bring Me the Horizon, but I was like,
Right.
we were here first.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean we're trying to be Bring Me the Horizon? Do you know what I mean? Like, it was a whole thing. And
Right.
so now whenever we put something out, of course there's choruses and melody because that's what we do.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you guys are trying to be Bad Omens, or you're trying to be Beartooth, or you're trying to be Bring Me the Horizon. All great bands, friends of ours.
When
I'm
did
like,
those bands start after you broke up?
yes, or in like 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
You know, way after we put out Chasing Safety, which is all choruses, and do you know what I mean? So for us, it's hard because we get that the most now.
Right.
People are like, you're just trying to be this. I'm like, wait. I'm 42 years old. I'm not trying to be anything.
You're right.
Do you know what I mean? Like we had choruses in our songs in 2004
Absolutely.
when those guys were in high school.
Right.
And I'm not, no shade. Those are all my friends. They all make great music. But that comparison for me has been really hard. That's the biggest comparison we get is those bands. You know?
And what inspired that comeback to make that record and come back finally?
We
after
did
all
a
those
tour in
years?
2016 where
Yeah.
we played Chasing Safety and Define the Great Line back to back. And
Okay.
it was bangers, dude. It
Okay.
was like the best tour we'd ever done. And we were like, should we write some songs? And it just sort of happened. Like, I hate the word organic, but just,
Yeah, it just
And
happens.
when you
Yeah.
have a new album, how many new songs do you play on the tour normally?
now.
Yeah.
It's hard.
So on the
sometimes.
Papa Roach tour, a lot of new songs because
It's almost a new audience.
that's not
too.
our crowd. That's
Yeah,
the
I love
radio
it.
rock crowd. Do you know what I mean? That those people like Seether and 3 Days Grace. And
It's a great crowd to try them out on.
yeah, so we play
Yeah.
a bunch. Like you'll see, like we maybe play 2 or 3 old songs.
Wow.
We're ripping it.
That's
Are
good.
you seeing your fans come out to these shows?
Not so much.
It's a totally different world.
It's a totally different world, and our fans aren't going to spend the money if they don't like the other bands.
Yeah.
But there is more so. Like we toured with Korn in 2019 and
Okay.
Alice in Chains. It was sick as fuck.
Wow.
But
Damn.
we had 0 fans at those shows because that's a polarizing crowd. So we
Yeah.
played whatever we felt like. There's a little more fans of ours at the Papa Roach shows, I think, because of Rise Against.
Okay.
So
yeah.
you know, Rise Against did Warped a lot, and they're our homies.
Do you like that challenge playing to a new audience this late in
my
your career and stuff?
favorite.
Yeah, I like winning them over.
We
and
go
shit.
up there and just, dude, just rip shit apart. And it's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We don't get to do that ever.
That's so easy, dude. It's a Warped Tour
30
shit.
minutes, I damn near get to puke level. We're just going.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you're trying to prove something.
Yeah.
You know, and Papa Roach has all these radio hits, dude.
Bangers, bro.
Bangers. So we're going to go up there and like, we're going to give it all.
But I love that. I love that you're doing that. You're coming out, you're opening, you're playing first out of 3 and playing it.
For us, there's nowhere to go. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nowhere to go anymore unless we play with those radio rock bands. Do you know what I mean? Like, we have to. Like, we can't open for our favorite bands. Do you know what I mean? Like, we outgrew that. Right? So, like, if you want to grow, you have to play with radio rock bands. Do you know what I mean? Like, we have to tour with... We did tour with Breaking Benjamin. It was sick.
Wow.
It was sick.
That's cool.
The crowd was sick. Didn't know us, but sick.
I love because you can always play and preach it converted. They already know what you're about. You can always play your headlining shows and stuff, but some of those are way less pressure when you're playing first or second. It's awesome, dude.
Yeah. This tour's 3 bands. It's so simple.
Dude.
We play like an hour and a half after doors for 30 minutes. Rise Against plays for 45 minutes.
Right.
And then Papa Roach put it on the best show I think they've ever done.
You can like shower, get your watching from the side of the stage. You're already
dude. We pull our inners out and go to catering.
Yep.
And by the time Rise Against is done, we're all showered, hanging out.
Ready to rock.
It's a good feeling.
It's the best. Because you're headlining, you're like trying to eat dinner at 11 o'clock and you're farting in your sleep and it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I hate eating late, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely like good and bad on both sides, headlining and opening, but I definitely love, you know, the aspect of opening up, like opened up for like Motorhead and playing like 30 minutes.
You did that?
Yeah. And then just like
that's
sitting
sick.
on the side, like after catering,
Motorhead?
like, it's just like, okay, I'm going to hang out and watch Lemmy tonight again.
Turn the bass up.
It's just like, turn it up.
Were you go on stage and sing with him too when you were drunk?
No.
Didn't he pull you up on stage once or something?
We pulled him up on stage,
Oh, that's
and
right.
he was just like, I fucking hate this song. I was like, come on, dude, it's your song. It's like, he's like, I don't like playing this song. He's like, I don't like this song. It's shite. It was
That
like,
story.
It's like,
What song was it?
Orgasmatron.
Damn.
You guys
dude.
covered it?
Yeah, it was like a song like actually before I was in the band, it was covered by Sepultura, and it became like a huge hit in Brazil. Like people are like, Sepultura wrote this song. It was that big. Like people are like, oh, there was a video, all that shit. So anyway, years later, we were like on tour, like, yeah, let's bring him on, and he's just like, oh, this song, why this song? And it's just like, I don't want to even play it.
You toured with
like,
Lemmy, dude.
Yeah.
What a sentence.
He was like, you know, it's so funny. He was like, I don't want to even play the song.
I only
He
ever
was like,
saw
I'll
Lemmy.
just sing it.
I only ever saw him one time at the Rainbow.
He's
you saw him
a
there?
legend.
He used to sit there at the touch machine.
Yeah, that's all he did. Like,
You wouldn't know because you're not a bar guy. But if you go to the Rainbow for, dude, I'm talking about for like 30 years.
He lived above
For 30 years,
Yeah.
he would sit at the touch machine, like the game machine,
Yeah.
and just crush Jack and Coke. He lived.
So that's why his own bar stool there, correct?
Yes,
That was his.
That's where he sat.
Okay,
That's where he
okay.
sat. He lived right above, and also on tour he'd have those machines.
Yeah,
That was like in the dressing room.
Wild. Are you still a hypochondriac?
yeah, not as bad anymore.
Yeah. Because when you get older too, I think it's kind of, I don't know.
Well, I can get stuck in bouts of it, but for me, it's the gym, dude. Prayer, obviously,
yeah.
and the gym, man.
Right.
Because what I think, and this is some fucking woo-woo stuff, but this is what I think. I think that we're all creatives here.
Mm-hmm.
We know that for a fact. And I don't think you can turn it off.
Mm.
Like you said it to me 2 hours ago, I'm grinding on the podcast. Why? Because you have to make something or
Yeah.
you'll die.
I just love the conversations of it. Yeah. I
It's
love
not
it.
just that.
Therapeutic.
It's if you get down to the bottom of it. We love this part of it, but what it really is, I think, is you have to make something.
Yeah.
So I think when you try to turn it off, your body is still doing it. This is what I think anxiety is.
Okay.
Unless, I mean, if you can also black coffee dose yourself till you're freaking out. But
True.
like, I think that like, you try to turn it off and what's going on is like, your body's still trying to like catch up. That's why you go on a long run and you feel better afterwards because you got out that thing. It's the fight or flight thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And definitely exercise helps.
Running helps.
100%.
I love running, doing that.
You have those endorphins that kick in. That
yeah,
are like
I run
on
like almost
stage.
30 miles a week because it's either
Really?
it's either that or the hospital.
Right.
Wow. That's amazing, man.
But those endorphins that come out, you know, it's definitely.
But I think it's the
You're from
creative thing.
stage.
I think it's a creative thing. I think it's why you
For
see
sure.
more and more artists now, like at the backstage, you know, in the 80s and 90s, it was drugs and alcohol, you know, and now you see there's trainers on tour and
stretching.
People are doing the thing because you got to do it. You got to get it out.
Yeah.
And I think if you're not creating, like, your body's still going.
Right.
So unless you hit the treadmill or the trail or the weights or the fucking cold plunge or the sauna, it's just still going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're all creatives, and you're gonna make something. Sepultura's the last tour. You're gonna make something, dude.
No, I mean,
he's already thinking about his next life, his next chapter.
Yeah, I think everybody in the band wants to not stop doing music. It's just, it's come to an end with doing that cycle that a lot of people don't understand of, like, many years of, like, put on an album.
Oh yeah.
Promote the album.
Tour the album.
But
But
if
you didn't do that, though, I believe this, that, like, you get anxious in some way.
Oh, I'm definitely already anxious.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's going to come out in other ways.
It'll come out in other ways.
100%.
Toby has this podcast. Like,
right.
You're doing you have to do something.
I know.
Yeah, no, that's 100% certain that it has
the
to
core
come
of
out
this
in a
is
way.
because you need to make something.
Right.
That's the core of this.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a great thing.
Yeah.
And this part of it's cathartic, but you're doing it because you have to make.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't make, bad shit happens.
Yeah, we can't be creative. I need some outlet, right? Because I'm running, I'm exercising, this is talking and just talking to people.
Bad shit happens if we don't. People like us, if we don't make stuff, bad shit happens.
For sure.
And your body knows. I think it's cellular. Like, I think if you're hyper creative, it's your body's like, wait, like, you're not, what do you can't just exist. And there are people who can, and I think it's a gift in a way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you running on tour and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Running in different cities, that's amazing, dude.
Oh yeah. I've switched this summer. I switched to the treadmill. I'm starting to have some, like, hip pain and stuff. So I tried different shoes and.
What are you running? What kind of shoes you running usually?
Brooks.
Okay.
Brooks Glycerin Max. Some nerd shit. So
you did try Hoka's or Ons and stuff like that?
I tried Hoka's. The toe box was too narrow.
You try Ons yet?
I haven't tried Ons yet.
Ooh.
The Hoka's tore my feet up.
I'm gonna get you some Ons. We're gonna get you some Ons. Just try, yeah.
Yeah, but I switched to Brooks.
Brooks are classic.
I switched to Brooks Ghosts first, and then I switched to the Glycerin Max as I gotten older. Mm-hmm. So this summer I did, like, long runs on the treadmill, which I used to hate. But I live in Nashville. It's so hot.
Oh yeah, it's brutal.
So around, like, May, I started running on the treadmill. I haven't gotten off yet. I've ran a few times this summer outside in different cities, but lately I've been lifting weights too, which is something I never did. So every other day now. So
that's good.
Yesterday I ran 4 miles. Today I was on a plane all day, but tomorrow I'll lift weights and only do 2 miles. And then the next, like, on Sundays I do the long run.
Those are the long ones. Yeah. What's that, like 5 to 8?
6 to 10.
Great.
Yeah.
It's great, man.
Yeah, on a treadmill, no more than 6 because you're just so bored by it. You're just, fucking get me off here.
Yeah, muscle's so important as we get older too, man. Trying to have muscle, man.
Yeah,
I mean, proteins and all that stuff.
I read something the other day that running burns calories, but weights start your metabolism.
Yes.
I believe that.
For sure.
I mean, look at you. I mean, you do it. You obviously do it.
Yeah, 100%.
Derek's on steroids, though.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Are you on gear, dude?
No, it's not.
Never done gear in my life.
Derek's a massive vegan on protein. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Will you pea protein?
PP protein.
There is a pea involved in it.
There's a pea involved, yeah.
Yeah.
Pea's good protein.
It has what was I saying? It's this protein I'm trying now with
Vega.
Vega.
I do Vega. I'm allergic to milk, so I'm not vegan.
Okay.
But I'm allergic to milk.
Right.
So whey will put me in the fucking. I can do a little every once in a while.
Right.
Like a little cheese every once in a while, but I get massive runs if I do too much dairy.
Well, this one has like this Vega one has like a creatine in it as well.
Oh, you're
creatine's good for you.
So now
I'm
like, Jesus, what's happening?
I haven't gotten into the creatine yet.
Me either.
There's a guy in my band who's on it, and he looks amazing.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why I'm scared about it.
I don't know why you're scared about it because it's very natural.
It's vegan. It's
you look great. You're on it right now?
Yeah. Like I've just been, and the thing is, I'm doing like these natural like body exercises.
We're doing it together every day.
Yeah. And it's,
like body weight.
Yeah.
We're going to show you some stuff.
I fucking love it.
I do it every single day.
And I do it before shows, and I do it
stomach
every
in the morning.
day on an empty stomach.
I do all my workouts on it.
I love that.
Yeah,
even running too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of good, dude.
I do coffee.
I have to do
black coffee.
Yep.
Hit the miles, dude.
Yeah.
Is that some of your daily rituals? Running every day is like
every
something?
day. The days I lift weights, I only do 2 miles. But the days I don't lift weights,
do you wake up pretty early?
Very early.
Like 5?
5:30.
Every single day?
Every single day.
And what time do you go to bed usually?
It shifts on tour. So on tour, I get
Tour,
up
it's hard.
whenever I wake up. But at home, I go to bed late on tour. But at home, we're in bed at 9:30.
Hell yeah.
Respect.
Pajamas.
That's some real adult shit.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, if you get up at 5:30, at 9:30, you're done.
No. That's great, man.
Right.
And you sleep good at night. It's not hard to shut your brain off and stuff.
I sleep great.
Oh, that's
I sleep
good.
bad on tour.
Yeah, bad. Me too. Bad on tour.
Bad
man.
on tour. I'll sleep bad tonight.
Damn.
Yeah.
I have to admit, it's becoming worse to sleep on tour, for sure.
Start staying in the hotels and getting a flight the next morning. Do it.
I mean, even the hotels, I'm not sleeping the greatest. It depends.
It's better than the fucking bus, dude.
True.
It's better.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really try to go to bed early and get up early.
Yeah.
I just feel better.
For sure.
And in Nashville, I'm a writer producer, and I have 5 to 6 sessions a week.
That's crazy.
And they start at 11 typically. And I hate showing up and 5 minutes later someone's there like, ready to work? Hate that. I need like an hour alone in the morning to like go through the day before's work.
Do you meditate and stuff?
No, I pray.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
I meditate.
Yeah, same.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't do TM or whatever.
What's like the latest obsession you have right now?
I love like I'm really
It's a
into
new question. I like that one.
I'm really into like chefs and shit.
What do you mean? Like chef shows?
Like, well, I got into the shows really young. But like I've befriended like Philip Franklin Lee, and they invite you to their place because they're into music.
Is she like a foodie?
Oh yeah. I talked to Sean Brock on the way here, who's he has a Chef's Table episode about him. I talked to him today. He just opened a new place out here where he spins records, and it's like high end food. I forget the name of it.
Really?
That's cool.
He invited me there this weekend,
Yeah.
so I'm really into that. Like
that's cool.
I had a pizza oven in my yard.
Oh, so you're cooking a lot of stuff too.
Oh yeah,
Oh, great.
You're the main cook in the family.
Oh yeah.
That's sick. I wish I could fucking
I know you guys
cook.
want to eat meat, but there's a guy in my town. I live in a town like 30 minutes south of Nashville, around where Haley and all them are from, or grew up. And he has his own farm and like his own process. He goes, our animals only have one bad day. And I know you don't agree with that, but like,
wow,
that's how we eat, is like, we know where everything comes from, and that shit's important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think food, there's so much shit in food.
There is.
So I'm kind of obsessed with that right now. It's like we're killing our children with the food that they eat.
You've been cooking for a long time?
A long time.
That's cool,
Long
man.
time.
I'm envious of that. I wish I ever learned how to cook. I mean, damn.
Yeah, man. You still
I have
can
so many
learn,
opportunities to go. I have so many friends who are chefs.
You know what's dope about your guys' lifestyle being vegans is I like that challenge. Like I like to cook for vegans because it's a fun
That's cool.
It's a dope challenge. Sean Brock, the famous chef I'm telling you about, we went to dinner actually with Bring Me the Horizon. And it was 2 of us and 2 of them. And the 2 of them that went to dinner with us were vegan. So the singer's vegan and the keyboard player's vegan. And we go to Sean Brock's restaurant in Nashville, this is a meat heavy restaurant, but all sustainably sourced. And we sit down and they go, "Are there any allergies?" And these 2 guys go, "We're vegan." And they go, "Okay." There's nothing vegan on the menu. And they just made them a menu.
I like that, dude.
Just ripped, and their food was better than ours.
Yeah, I believe it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Their food was, because it's a challenge.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, to look like you do and be vegan is fucking crazy. So I like that challenge of like, I got to cook for this guy who's vegan. What do I do?
Right.
And my
that
brain
too.
goes to shisho leaf, and it goes to like lentils, and it goes to like stuff that you would like, and no one in the room would miss meat.
Right.
So I like the challenge of it.
Yeah.
I'm a weird, like, that's why I'm a writer producer. I like puzzles. So I feel like cooking is a puzzle to me. I like the puzzle of starting the day with nothing in a song and making a song and having someone leave and go, "Oh my God, that's what I was trying to say."
No, I love that.
So I
too,
like
man.
that. The kitchen does that for me, and it's not music, so I get a break, and my family loves it. You know what I mean? So I have like an outdoor kitchen.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
Derek just brought me his lentil soup that he made recently. I'm gonna try his lentil soup tonight because
Yes,
he
you
cooks
will.
a lot too.
I love it. It's so therapeutic, cooking. It's life,
But it's back to that thing you're making.
Exactly. Creating.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it doesn't stop. It's the only thing I've ever known from a very young age.
Can't
it's
stop.
just like natural of like.
The vegan thing is cool to me because it's just I like that puzzle. Like I'd love,
great.
like if I lived over here, I'd be like, "Come over here," and I would make you food, and you'd be like, "Is this vegan?" I'd be
But
like,
usually those are the
love-
best, chefs are the one. I mean, as far as like creating something very delicious, where it's just beyond delicious. They love that challenge. You know, the chefs that aren't vegan.
The guys in my band, no one's vegan, and they all love to go to Gracias Madres.
Great spot.
Great spot.
Because they're like, this is vegan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're like, that's cheese. I'm like, no, it's not.
But we always talk about how like the restaurants that have the vegan options always make the best vegan stuff because they have something to prove to that person and a challenge to themselves. Like you just said, like to make it something really amazing for us. And it happens a lot for us traveling and stuff.
You'll go to
we
a
have
place
one vegan option or something.
One vegan option, they're like, we're going to make this
They're
the
gonna kill that shit, bro.
As a meat eater, though, I do think it's super important to know where the shit comes from.
Absolutely,
like,
man.
I mean, the meat that you're buying most of the time is trash.
99% of the time.
99% of the time.
It's almost impossible to get away from it because it's just the world that we live in, especially if you're living in a city. You know, it's like,
dude, it's trash. If my family wants steak, I go buy it from a guy who those cattle are in his yard.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's important to me. One bad day. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I think that stress goes into meat. I think,
of course
like, it does.
Stress, pain, fear, everything.
So
man.
Again, not a vegan, but like very, very like we're super cognizant of that stuff because I think you can fuck your family up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
no, for sure, it's been happening.
But yeah, the cooking thing, man.
Yeah,
that's my life.
That's amazing. Yeah,
that's what I would do if I was a musician.
Nice.
Yeah, I really wished I could.
You still can.
No, I'm going to step it up because
you're not dying.
I know.
I know. I know. It's one thing. My wife.
I think a lot of money. I can tell you.
I think
one
thing as a husband in 30 years is something I really never stepped up as far as.
Are you just Uber Eats every night?
This dude?
I'm so bad.
Bro.
So bad, dude. So bad. My wife cooks, but right now we have a 1950s kitchen that's I had it taken out. It's all being redone. It's original. So we have a no stove for like 2 weeks. So obviously I'm ordering stuff.
I'm trying to turn them onto an air fryer.
Yeah, I might fuck with that. Why you fuck with that?
It changed.
Dude.
Okay.
This is going to sound gross.
Air fryers was sick.
Air fryer. Broccoli. Listen.
That's what you told me.
Broccoli, olive oil, chili flake, honey, garlic. Air fryer.
Done.
You'll think you'll be like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
It's fucked.
Brussels sprouts, broccoli, crispy.
Okay, I'm going to get one, dude.
Sweet potatoes.
If it's somebody who doesn't cook, it's probably easy.
8 minutes.
Yeah, done.
So if I'm not a good cook, this is something I should get. It's good for me.
Oh my God, yes.
Because stuff that takes oil, you use such a modicum of oil, like such a small amount of oil because of the technology that uses. So, I mean, we all like fried shit, but it will kill you.
It will.
So like you can put a tablespoon of olive oil on some sweet potatoes and they are like French fries, bro.
Damn, dude.
It's
okay.
no joke.
Garlic in there, chili flake.
Yeah,
come on, dude.
Super
I'm gonna invest in it, man. You've been talking about it forever.
really
dude.
They're cheap now.
Yes, they're super cheap, and they can match the
Bro, I'll order you one.
It'll match my kitchen.
My wife has all the retro looking stuff. You can order one.
Okay, I'm interested. I'm gonna surprise my wife with that. Make some broccoli in that shit.
Do that broccoli thing.
Oh my God!
Make a little bit of rice.
You can put everything in
hot sauce.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So easy.
What was your last real job you had before music? Like a 9 to 5.
My dad owned a lawn service, and I did that in the summers as a teenager. But I've never had like a 9 to 5 job. So like I said, I dropped out of high school and we went on the road. But I worked at like a Bed Bath & Beyond in high school.
Nice.
Oh wow.
25 hours a week or something like that.
That was like probably maybe the last one before music.
That was the last one.
Good benefits?
Damn.
No, dude. It was like $7.50 an hour or something.
I don't know if you get like a bed set.
Fuck no, dude.
Good discount.
The only health insurance I've ever had, I bought.
Same, me too.
That shit ain't cheap.
It's not.
No.
Do you have any regrets in your life? Got real serious.
Yeah.
Jesus, Toby.
I got silent.
Honestly, I would. You guys both came up in bands your whole lives, and I wish that I would have just lived in the moment with the band, and as opposed to like, and I still do it now. Like, what's next?
Yeah.
What's next? We did 100,000 records this week. What tour are we gonna get then? Like, instead of just being able to like, I saw Oasis last night. Me and another guy from the band. It was his bachelor party. We went to see Oasis. I took him to see Oasis. Our European agent books Liam, so we got to like
sick.
We got the wristbands and like you could. I mean, we were like from here to your fence from the stage. It was crazy,
bro.
And we got to be in the guest bar, and it was the whole thing, and he put his arm around me. He's like, look around. Isn't this unreal? Did you ever think you'd see this? And I don't know that I've ever done that, you know, with like we played the basketball arena in our town and it was everyone I've ever known was there.
That's so sick.
And I don't know that I've ever done what we did last night though, where I kind of sat there and was like, this is it. Like I've always done the like, what's next?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We had this banner year last year celebrating our first record and we did it all over the world, South America, Australia.
Sick.
It was all blown out and sold out and wild. And by the end of that tour, we were talking about what are we going to do in 2 years for the 20th of Define the Great Line. That sucks. Like I just don't think that's healthy. And that's something that I think is healthy in the way it keeps you moving.
Yeah.
You got to keep moving, dude.
Stay hungry.
Grinding. But like, I also just wish, my regret is I could go back and like, and it's chic to say, I don't have any regrets, Toby.
Yeah.
But I do. I regret not looking at everything and going like, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, this is all I want it to be. This is everything I've ever wanted. Because you remember when I was 15, I just want to be in a band. I just want to play one show.
Yeah.
I just want a couple people to know the words. I just want to make one recording. You know, and you move that line.
Yeah, you do.
And then you sell 1 million records and you're still moving the line. You're in a hardcore band essentially and you have plaques on the wall and you're like still wanting more. No one was ever supposed to know about this music, the music we all make.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be for VFW halls and sheds and churches.
Yeah.
And here we are, you know, with multi-million-dollar businesses and you're moving that line. And I think sometimes you get lost in that line moving.
Sure. I mean,
you know,
in the moment and just like being in that moment, right? Looking back on it too. You probably have a lot of that coming up when the band's over, like looking back.
Yeah, for sure. But I can relate to that. Like being in the moment is extremely important.
And impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible. But I wish I would have smelled the roses more, man. You know?
Are you an optimist or pessimist?
Pessimist.
Straight up. You're the first guest to ever just say straight up.
I'm like, dude, it's really important to me. Like,
you seem like a happy, like, I don't know,
I'm
positive
so
person.
happy, but in the last 10 years, it's so important for me to tell the 100% truth.
I love that.
And you can probably tell by how candid I am about stuff that I grew up.
For sure.
I didn't do that for a long time. I thought I had to put on a face and I had to be a different person and I had to be positive all the time. And I do try to be, but sometimes I'm not.
And force it.
And I'm not one of those people who can do like 1,000 people are going to show up tonight. I can't do that. I'm like, I hope there's anybody here. I still do that, which is ridiculous. But
you're pretty harsh on yourself?
Yeah, man. Real harsh.
I get that too, like your worst kind of critic, and even the show was great, like that shit sucked. Like nobody cared, but people loved it, and you're just like so critical of your shit, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Perfectionist kind of vibes.
I try to think about like you were talking about Chris Martin earlier. I saw them play in my hometown at like the amphitheater this is years ago on like the X and Y tour, and he fell during the first song and like fucked up a song and restarted. And I thought it was so cool because this production was like the biggest thing I'd ever seen at the time. It was, you know, trucks and trucks and trucks and like it's Coldplay.
Massive production.
And he fucked up and like fell with his guitar on. You know, my song is love. Started singing that and had to start over. He's like, oh, I fucked me leg up. And then he started, and I thought it was the coolest part of the night, though.
That's really
so I've
cool.
really tried.
It's a fucking human, yeah.
I've gotten older to like be good with that stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I'm highly pessimistic.
Wow.
I mean, it's a crazy world now. It's just hard not to be.
Like when I get in the car today, I won't go like, oh, I'm gonna go to my nice hotel room, and I woke up at 5 a.m. so I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go like what I should be thinking about. I'm gonna watch them on TV or some food, chill. But what I'm gonna think about is the fucking traffic because we're in LA. Do you know what I mean? Like my brain just goes to those places.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Is it true you fall asleep 5 times a week, usually to School of Rock?
Oh yeah. Dude, that's my shit, dude.
I watched it 1,000 times. It was my son's favorite movie. Max's favorite movie growing up. Like he loved
the best movie ever made.
So good.
But you have to fall asleep to some sort of sound.
Yeah.
Or?
I have. You guys all know this. We all toured before In-Ears, you know, and now it's all production In-Ears. But back in the day, the first few tours we did, I sing at the same time that I play the drums.
Yeah,
right?
it's crazy. Dude.
So
it's
I have
amazing,
like,
dude.
I used to have these big stack of speakers, and they're just ripping vocal. So I have horrible tinnitus, debilitating tinnitus.
Oh fuck!
I can't sleep in the silence, bro.
That's brutal, man.
And I've hacked ways in my life. Like I can fall asleep watching the show, but my wife hates the TV on.
Yeah.
It's hard.
So we have central heat and air in the house, obviously, and we have a portable air conditioner in our bedroom just because I
understand. Yeah,
I need the sound, bro.
Gotcha.
But it started with that way and of course, like we talked about with all the creative stuff, like I just didn't turn my mind off, and I need a movie that I know, so I don't have to think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Is there a certain scene that you fall asleep to, or just?
I usually fall asleep quick, like I said, because we get up early.
Yeah.
So my favorite scene is when he shows up to the school for his first day.
Okay.
He's lying about who he is.
Oh, yeah, as a teacher. Yeah.
And it's my favorite scene. I usually fall asleep to. He goes, I have a hangover. Does anyone know what that means? That means you're drunk. No, that means I was drunk yesterday.
It's such a classic, dude.
That's my shit, dude.
It's so good, man.
That and That Thing You Do, those two movies are my sleep movies.
Oh, That Thing You Do.
Those are my sleep movies. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I'll probably watch it tonight. Fucking rips, dude.
Also, me and you vasectomy brothers.
You did it?
Oh, yeah.
You want to hear my...
You got one?
No.
Mine almost didn't work, too, but... You
want to hear my vasectomy story?
Yes,
It's
yeah,
wild.
tell me.
So I got it done. And it was...
Going wild on the pod.
I was living in Salt Lake City at the time, and it was snowing. And my wife... I woke up and nobody was there. My wife had taken our daughter to she was 3 or 4 months old, where I had taken her to an appointment. But you got to stay in the bed. When you get a vasectomy, you got to stay in the bed for a couple days. Like, you got to take it easy, bro. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I feel good. Like, my wife had ordered me food the night before, and I woke up. I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, hello? And there's nobody around. I'm like, damn, dude. I'm going to go downstairs and make some food, whatever. So I go downstairs, and I let the dog out, and I step onto the back deck, and it was wet.
Oh,
and I fell down 6 steps onto my butt. And I had my phone in my left hand. So I landed on my phone and cracked it in half. So my mind still doesn't go to the vasectomy because it hurt, and I was like, that's fine. I had this special vasectomy done where there's no stitches. It's called VasoWeb.
What?
It's like this special technology.
Damn.
Yeah, there's like a little tiny prick, like skin prick, like that big. Anyway, I broke my phone. So I go downstairs to the studio. My studio was my house at the time, and I'm like, I'm going to make an appointment at T-Mobile. I got to get a phone.
Okay.
So I go to T-Mobile, and the pain went away. I'm like, I'm good. And on the way back, I stop at Starbucks. I'm chilling. And on the way back, I'm like, my stomach kind of hurts. I'm like, dang. I wonder if it's from when I fell. No, I'm fine. I'm just thinking at this point, I'm being a hypochondriac about my vasectomy because I fell.
Yeah.
Get back to the house. I go to the bathroom to pee, and I take that joint out, and it is black. My balls, the whole thing. So my first action on the new phone was a dick pic to the doctor.
Oh.
So I sent him that thing, and he literally writes. He calls. He goes,
not good.
he goes, Mr. Gillespie. I'm like, I'm shaking at this point because I have this black dick, and he goes, did you fall?
Oh
like he knew.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
He's like, put some ice on it. Don't do anything. But it took longer to heal. I was like, I had that punch in the balls feeling for like 3 weeks because I fell.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Not cool.
But everything worked out after that?
Yeah. Sterile as they come.
Yeah, mine took a while. It took almost a year. I had like some super straight-headed sperm that just wouldn't go away. I kept going back and back back.
You never fucking did anything bad to your body, so your body's like, I'm gonna survive.
Yeah, it was like almost a year it took for me to be clean slate, man. It was scary.
Damn,
to
really?
the point where
I
he was
didn't
going to always might have to redo the whole thing. And my doctor's name is Dr. Sachs. And that's a true story.
Shit.
And he does all my friends. A lot of people we know went through him, man. He's legit, man.
Sachs fucked you up.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna call that dude, man.
So the record that you're still promoting now is a place after this one. That's a
it came out in March.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what you're on now. I played my wife the title track yesterday. She never heard you guys before. I don't know if this is a compliment. I said to say on the podcast. She wanted to say it. It reminded her it had ministry vibes to it.
Yeah, we like a lot of like a lot of like 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
I know.
He doesn't. After the party's gonna know. But yeah, ministry. My wife's from Chicago,
I
so
love ministry.
Yeah.
she was like, "Yo, let's get ministry vibes."
We
dude.
like a lot of that. Like,
Right.
It's cool.
we like a lot of weird, like East London, like dirty drum and bass stuff. We've always been into that stuff. So this record, we really like built a lot of those worlds. You know.
Yeah.
I love
cool.
all that. Like the Prodigy.
Prodigy. See, that's your boy, dude. That's my boy. Yeah.
Shout out.
Dude, we saw them at a festival a few summers ago.
Kill it, right?
It's just so good, man.
Dude, we got in the fucking crowd, dude. It was
Damn,
sick.
you in the pit, bro.
Oh yeah.
It's so moving, dude.
Yeah, so we you know, I told you we found Radiohead like in 2006, and we all grew up really sheltered, you know.
Yeah.
So like we found all that music, and it's just made its way into our catalog, kind of.
It's cool, man.
That's so cool. Yeah.
And you got that, Raylan's got a song out right now, Long Live Country Music,
Yep.
that just came, sorry, promoting.
Yeah, that song is doing really good right now. She's on
That's
tour
cool.
with like a huge country star right now.
That's awesome,
And we
man.
just finished her Christmas record. I just started, well, it's not done. I'm like fielding the mixes now. So
Where's she from?
she's from Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, she's from a town called Baytown, which is like it's outside of Houston on the coast.
Damn. So people just bring artists to you now, like just they know you like kind of like songwriter guy for that.
Yeah, I
For
mean
the
in
country?
Nashville it's such a culture.
And there's a lot of songwriters for country in Nashville. I'm
Oh
sure.
yeah,
I'm sure.
yeah.
But your name's getting up there with those.
I'm the odd man out too because I make the stuff I make is different. It has like a rock edge, you know.
It's cool though.
Like I still believe in like homegrown stuff. Records are made in country music like really quick and all live. Like all the best players in the world get together and play like 20 songs in 2 days, and then the singer will just sing on them.
Damn. That's
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm still, and I do a little bit of that, but I'm very homegrown still. Like, come to my place and let's get a coffee. And what are you about?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what do
yeah.
you? So I think that I'm a little bit of the odd man out in Nashville, where I do make all that country stuff, but I'm very like.
So you don't have like a catalog of like stuff you've written. Like I think this would be perfect.
I
for
do
you.
have a catalog, but I
Okay.
don't pitch anything to anyone myself. My publisher pitches songs to
Oh,
people.
that's cool. That's cool.
But I don't. Like, if you were like, hey, Aaron, remember the podcast we did? I'm country now. I wouldn't be like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, here's a song, bro. I think that's
Yeah,
disrespectful.
Right.
Personally,
You trying to do some country shit after Sepultura?
get in there, dude.
Let me catch you
I
out there
mean,
with
it
a
would
cowboy
be
hat.
challenging. It would be completely out of the box, but it wouldn't be out of
Bro.
the realm of. I mean, I could.
Bro, your
I
voice
think I
too
can
is
You
for
could
sure
sing
do
the
it.
fuck out of it.
some
Yeah,
Johnny
yeah.
Cash shit, bro.
That low
100%.
shit.
Yeah,
Come on.
Bro,
absolutely.
if you come back as a country cat, bro, I'll buy your first cowboy boots, bro. You rock a cowboy hat, it'd be so hard, dude.
I got a pair out there. I got small feet.
It would have to be something country, but like you said, my own personality.
There's a bunch of stuff in Nashville going on right now. A guy named Co Wetzel. It's like Nirvana country. He's huge.
Damn.
Arenas. And there's another guy named Hardy who's massive. HRDY. Massive. And he is like, came up like me on rock music and country music together. And his stuff is this weird blend. He just started a label. And I just produced the first artist on that label, which
Oh,
is
that's
like,
sick.
it's called, that project called Sicarus, and there's 3 of those songs out now.
Sicarus.
He's actually opening for Hardy now in like the Garden and stuff.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think it'd be so kick because you have such a good voice, man. Like
You
singing
could do it.
style.
I think it would be a lot of fun.
Have you ever thought about, I know that I'm interviewing you, but have you ever thought about like what would happen with you with an acoustic guitar? Like what would that be like?
Oh, it would be amazing, I think.
But what would you want to say though?
Well, I thought about it a lot. I mean, I did a lot of like really low key stuff when I was living in Brazil, and my guitarist Andreas, he's an incredible player as far as
He
like
is.
classical guitar. He
Yeah.
studied,
Yeah.
and so whenever we're doing, we want to do like an unplugged thing, it's always just huge. Like in Brazil, people are like, "Holy sh!"
They
I
love
can't-
it.
They love it. They're like, we did like a Doors cover or
Oh.
something. It's like Riders on the Storm, and it was on TV there, and people are like, "Holy shit!" Like writing after, like, you need to do.
That's what you
more."
should do next.
Right.
Like what?
I like that.
I
That's
mean,
a different conversation, but
I mean, yeah,
I'm,
I like that.
I'm really interested in like, I obviously know your voice.
Right.
I'm really interested in what would happen if
Me
I was
too.
like, here's a bed, here's like a dark acoustic bed, and just send it to you. What would you do?
I would have.
Let's find out.
Okay.
I
Sounds fun.
really
Let's
think
go.
you should
Let's
push
go.
yourself after Sepultura and see other things you could do. I think it'd be really awesome, man.
No, that's
I mean, I
the
got no
plan.
skin in this game. I just
Right.
am a fan,
Right.
and I'd be interested to just see.
we
because
definitely know voiceovers would be good for him too. His voice would be awesome. So
that's just the direction I would push you in. If I
Right.
was in charge, I'm obviously not in charge.
Right. Well,
He
let's
might
talk.
be in
Let's talk
charge.
more
Yeah.
after for sure.
So the Rise of the Roach tour kicks off September 10th in Connecticut,
Yeah. Here we
and
go.
I'm gonna see you in DC.
I'm seeing you. See, I'm stoked about that.
Yeah, I'm coming out to sing with Papa Roach the first
Nice.
time for that
Oh,
song.
yeah.
That'd be pumped to have, dude. It'd be electric. They had it. They have guests out every once in a while.
They
and
do?
It's so fun. Well, the only one I've ever seen is Carrie Underwood, but it was sick.
What?
You're the second best.
Oh,
Carrie-
she sang Last Resort, didn't she?
They have a song together too,
Bro,
but
what
she
the
sang Last
heck?
Resort, and it
Was-
fucking.
Was that cool seeing her come out?
in
That's
Vegas, in front of
awesome.
25,000
I'm gonna be
people?
kind of nervous. It's a smaller. It's like 6,000 probably. It's still kind of big for me.
Damn.
That's gonna be
No,
fun.
you'll,
though.
dude. You'll walk up there and you'll see it, and you'll get that thing in your stomach. Where you're like,
Yeah.
I'm about to fuck. You'll be sick.
Yeah.
Can people contact you on social media? Like you check DMs?
I
You're not talking to people?
I do check, not as often as I probably should. I get scared. There's a thing that says hidden messages now. There's some evil. There's some evil in there, dude.
Yeah.
I've also made some cool. The Raylan thing. Example, she's on a major label from DM.
Wow. See, that's the thing. There's some really positive things that come out of it.
You got to look at it. I do look at it because I feel like I need to, because you meet super cool people and you get, But do you respond to comments and stuff like that? No. So, well, sometimes just for fun, but like not. The negative ones are hard not to respond to, but I'm really trying as I get older.
Definitely do not respond to that.
Isn't it crazy, like 1,000 positive comments and one negative one that would just fuck you up for the day?
Yeah. Like the one I saw the other day, your band was done on that second record. And I'm like,
I fucking want to snap.
And I responded to that one.
You did?
I said, oh, was it? Because I'm still here. I had no idea.
But the thing about that, nobody ever say anything to your face.
No, they'll buy a ticket and a shirt.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I don't get that either. I don't
understand. But it's facts. It like stands. And like your haters follow you, dude. It's crazy, man.
Weird.
I hate it. I hate it because it's just not. What does that do for you?
Yeah.
And I really think this is the truth. I think people make those comments so we'll respond.
I know.
Which is why it's so. That's which is why you really shouldn't, bro.
That's what I keep telling. I was like, do not respond.
I know, because if you do respond, they kind of won. Sometimes they're like, oh my God, I didn't mean it. I'm a big fan. Sorry about that.
Exactly.
They start copping pleas and like back and that's weird.
And then you think about it, like you're like, I'm a 42-year-old man on my toilet right now. What am I doing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, you shouldn't be on your phone when you're going to the bathroom to read something. It's really bad to be on your phone going poop or anything, sitting on the toilet. I don't know why it's so weird.
It's like going to war without a fucking weapon, dude.
That's right.
It's going in there raw dog, dude. I'm going to talk to these people. No, you need a weapon, bro.
Yeah. Well, fuck, man.
Shit.
I feel like I could keep talking, but I know you have to go. I really appreciate you coming and being on the podcast.
This was an honor to do. And this is such a surprise that you were here, man.
I'm glad that he called me up. And was like,
I walked in, I saw your ass sitting there. I was like, no. Did you do that on purpose? Just like,
I didn't. I just hit him up.
It's literally just like off the top. I was like in bed, like, what? All right, I'm going to get on my bike.
He comes to co-host a bunch, but like, I didn't sit him up today, man. Yeah. I knew it was going to be great.
Let's do it again, dude.
I need to have you back because I feel like I can talk to you more about everything.
I'll co-host with you.
Nice.
We'll get somebody in here.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Somebody we both know in here.
We could co-host and fucking interview Derek on the pod too. It'd be sick.
No,
we just flip the fucking table, bro.
You're very interesting, man.
I'm interested to know what you would do with acoustic songs. We can figure that out later.
Do you like Los Angeles? You like coming out here?
Yeah.
I like things about Los Angeles, but as a whole, I don't love Los Angeles.
Okay.
I like the food.
Yeah.
Nashville's a little bit of a weird food place. Everything's fried and fat and nasty.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but when you live there, you're like, oh, okay.
Do you miss Florida?
Every day.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm sure.
So you might go back there someday?
Factually.
Okay.
I tried to keep a house there, and over COVID, I sold it because I thought my life was over.
Were you in Clearwater?
That's where I'm from.
Isn't that where like the whole?
Oh yeah.
Sci-Ti World's at. That's really.
Sci-Ti World.
That's what.
The mothership is there.
Yeah.
That's where L. Ron Hubbard like ran from the tax man.
Yeah.
So now it's called Sea Org. So I had some friends growing up in Sea Org. That's great.
Okay, yeah, I know some people involved in that too as well.
Mm-hmm.
Whole different thing, man. Whatever makes you happy, whatever floats your boat, whatever makes people. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you being here. It was great to chop it up with you and sit with you and talk to you. And I know we crossed paths throughout the years and just hearing your journey and everything. Man, stoked just to here doing music, man.
I'm stoked that you are both here doing music. We're still doing it.
And you have incredibly wonderful hairline. We love your hairline. I mean,
just fucking go, dude. Let's fucking go.
You're chilling with that.
I'm good. My wife's an esthetician. She's like, if your male pattern baldness starts young.
Yeah, you're good. You're in the clear.
I would tattoo my whole head immediately.
That's I just. I've had a widow's peak my whole life, so it's tattooed.
It looks dope.
Thank you, man.
I would do my whole skull though.
Like my whole head's tatted already, yeah.
With a Hanyu mask or something?
I don't know. I just have a whole head tatted. I don't want to shave my head till I have to because it's really kind of too abrasive for me. Some people pull it off, look really good shaved. I don't know.
See, if you shave it, you have to start creeping down under your forehead with the tats,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
my wife's not down with that, man.
Because we're those type of people. You'd have to.
You're going to keep getting tattooed, do you think?
I do get tattooed, like little bangers and stuff on the road. Yeah. But I have this big Sailor Joe eagle on my back, and I have like 3 hours left, and I can't bring myself to finish it.
When you get older, it hurts more too.
Dude, I just got your stomach and shit. Oh.
Last question. Are there any records that you made that you guys don't play anything live from in your set?
The first 2 EPs we don't.
Okay.
Yeah, but we pretty much do it all.
Mm-hmm. And there's a record that you may not love, but the fans love it so much. Is there one record that you? Because I have one record. Love them all.
Yeah. Well, I don't love them all, but I don't hate any of them.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't really have a favorite.
Yeah.
I feel like Underoath is like there's such a dissonance in the band that like we come from so many different places musically, And I think every record is the same in some way. Like they're all so wildly different musically, but I think that it is just us. It's just us. It's just us. So I feel like every record kind of, I feel that way about. There's songs I don't like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Same. Yeah.
But like
To play live or just in general?
just to play live.
Okay.
That just
They're good on the record.
They're good on the record. They don't belong in a live
They
set.
fit in the
Right.
record, but
Yeah.
not in the set. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That happens. Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
Fuck.
especially these days with modern technology, you do a bunch of crazy shit in the studio and you get out there and you're like, this doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I sound like a dumbass, or there's like 18 guitar tracks and you're like, this sucks. Like, why are we doing this? You know?
True.
True.
Well, thanks for being here, Derek, too. I appreciate you being
Derek,
here, man.
Yeah.
This was an honor, man.
absolutely. Yeah.
This is
Thank
such a
you.
great
This is
conversation,
definitely an
man.
honor.
So
Awesome.
stoked.
So much fun, man.
We're going to do it again,
Absolutely.
We will.
I'm going to get you back out here.
I will.
Thanks to all the listeners, and thank you for being here, and have a great day, guys.
Thanks, boys.
Peace.
Peace.
Got to give a big shout out to Liquid Death. I've been in a band called H2O for 30 years, and my first real job with a company is a water brand. Go figure. Love you, Liquid Death. Love the people. Love the brand. Love the concept. Love what they give back. Love the community. Love what they do for the environment. You can go liquiddeath.com/OLLC and get free shipping on any of their merchandise that they make. They have such incredible collabs. Also, if you want to hear the story of the CEO, my good friend Mike Cesario, on the podcast, you can go to episode 115, part 1. And then 2 years later, we dropped a part 2, which is episode 275 with the CEO, Mike Cesario. Just a man from Delaware with a dream, worked at a marketing company, and made this become a reality. Liquid Death is an incredible company, incredible water, incredible people. And I'm super, super honored to be part of them. They sponsor my life. They sponsor everything, my family. So go liquiddeath.com/OLLC and get free shipping on anything you want to buy on that site. If you want to get water, it's exclusively on Amazon.com. Murder your thirst, y'all. I always ask my guests if they have any regrets. I personally don't have any regrets. Even when it comes to my tattoos, I have the silliest tattoos. Even my ET on my leg, it's still a childhood memory for me, and I love it. I've had tattoos on top of tattoos strictly because I wanted more tattoos. I started getting tattoos when I was 18. I'm 52 now, and I can't stop. I've had laser treatment before on something on my arm. It's 4 tattoos on top of each other, and that experience at that place was pretty fast. It was pretty cold. It was in and out, swipe the credit card. Don't really tell me much, didn't give me much details of anything was going to happen. So I never went back. So as of most recently, I'm so lucky enough to have had 2 sessions at Removery Tattoo Removal. My tattoo on my arm that looks like a big black blob is now super light. I've had 2 sessions. I have a long road ahead of me. None of this stuff happens overnight. You cannot take a tattoo up in one sitting. You have to be patient. And it's painful. They ice you up. It's super fast. To me, it felt like a bunch of rubber bands. But what's more painful than that is looking at something on your body that you think you're stuck with for the rest of your life. That sucks. But now for me, I'm really happy I started this journey. I'm slowly going to get this tattoo removed. I never thought in a million years I have any kind of real estate on my arm. I don't even know what I want, but it's exciting. I'm so honored to announce that One Life, One Chance podcast is now with Removery. Call 866-934-4570 or go to removery.com. Use TobyH2O and get $100 off your first session. One of the most experienced tattoo removal companies in the world. Removery has 155 locations and 1.8 million treatments. US, Canada, and Australia. State-of-the-art peak-away laser technology, cryo-technology to reduce any discomfort. This is so exciting for me because all I do in these podcasts is talk about tattoos. From day one, if you've been listening to this podcast, we talk about tattoos, talk about getting removed, talk about getting covered up. So this is such a perfect fit for me. Definitely check out One Life, One Chance podcast, episode 281. I have Carmen Brody, Mike McTurnan, and Dustin Ortle from Removery. And this is over a 2-hour conversation. People had submitted questions. It's an incredible conversation breaking down the do's, the don'ts, the fears, process, the results, everything you could imagine about getting a tattoo removed. It's all in this podcast. It's an incredible episode. I appreciate them all coming out for it. So check that out if you want to learn more about Removery and what it's like to get a tattoo removed. Once again, go to removery.com or call 866-934-4570. Use my code TobyH2O and get $100 off. These guys are located everywhere. Try it out. I have a lot of friends who are sober, a lot of friends who are straight edge, a lot of my friends who are going through it. I know struggling with substance abuse and alcoholism can be really, really hard. especially knowing who to turn to. It can be really, really daunting. I'm here to say that a good friend of mine and his friend started this incredible treatment center called Refine Recovery. They gave me a phone number, 855-516-3332. You can text, you can call them. It's totally confidential. It's safe. There'll be somebody on the other line to help you out, a compassionate human being to talk to. They help you navigate the process, the insurance treatments. They accept most of private insurances. You can go refinerecovery.com, Refine Recovery Instagram. I know it's hard, but reach out to somebody, man. People care about you. People love you. People want you to be here for a long time. People love you in their lives. If you're going through it, make this phone call. It's totally private. I know people DM me all the time about going through it and going through sobriety and trying to get straight and trying to take care of themselves, and the struggle is totally real. And Refine Recovery is the definitely move. Reach out to them, 855-516-3332, or text them, 855-516-3332. You can call or text this number anytime, 855-516-3332. You know the drill. This number is here for you to call.